All right.
Yep.
Anyway, what's good, y'all? You know who he is. Shout out to my 100 motherfucking subscribers. Let's
Hey,
ride. We on this
Hey,
hey.
bitch. We in this bitch. Back in my All-Star cast.
that
We out
shit
here
was
ready to go.
quick.
You already know what the fuck it is. Got my gang here again. Get some more coming. We here with C-Stone Sage. We here with Mercy. We here with Moshi Hans, aka So, aka whatever the fuck you want to call him, aka King, whatever, aka Jordan. What's up, Jordan?
What's good? Hey, what's good?
What's good, everybody? How
No,
y'all
you're not
feeling
about to
about this wonderful
today.
day? It's a good day to yell about One Piece. How y'all feeling?
Hey man, I'm a
So you're
little.
not
I ain't
about
gonna
to
lie to you. I'm a
today,
little. I'm a
bro?
little frustrated right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You're a little frustrated because me, motherfucking too.
Look it.
All right,
Look, I'm dead. Like I'm dead tight. That for weeks now I've been screaming. Oh, it's not as simple as nigga knocking him the fuck out and walk away, and that's literally what happened. So
that's what I'm
Facts.
saying, bro.
Big motherfucking facts.
Like
like
it's
I
so
don't know.
stupid, bro. Like it is.
I'm
It
not.
was so simple. Like it's like so simple that makes me fucking mad.
But the thing is though, like there's
I nigga
also the
Sage was
fact like
waiting.
he like him like Luffy putting his hat over Katakuri's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's not bullshit. So
The
when I saw
disrespect,
that
bro.
scene,
They're calling my
no,
nigga
no, like
Kategoria coat hanger.
you gotta understand, like him, Luffy going out of his way to cover this nigga's mouth, like shows to me like there has been development on both sides, and we as a community, at least myself, have only focused. I've only focused on the matchup sort of it, and I've ignored the relationship that's been developed between Katakuri and Luffy, and how Katakuri
I can
himself has
agree to
changed
that.
throughout this
I
fight.
can agree to that because I have as well.
So like maybe like I don't know like again like I could call this shit trash because I don't like it, but to me there's two sides to this coin, and one side of this coin I'm not happy with. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I don't know how to interpret all of this shit
I
right
would like
now.
you to elaborate on both sides.
Well, the first look, the first one obviously in terms of the fight, like Luffy just like this shouldn't have happened. Let's be
I
real, it shouldn't
agree.
have happened.
It
But
it angers me to no end. But go
right,
ahead.
well, no, it pissed me off too. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same token, do am I upset because I ignored like the relationship that was developing with Katakuri and Luffy, because let's be real, like during this fight, like during the ending, they both knocked out at the same time essentially. They fell, some time passed, nigga Luffy got up, and as soon as Luffy got up, who stands up? Katakuri. We've never seen no other character do that
Like,
besides Luffy in the
bro,
story.
it angers me. Like, I like the chapter. Don't get me wrong, but I hate the
Yeah,
execution of how Katakuri went down. Like
yeah,
he went.
a
Like
hundred
how
percent.
dare it? Luffy's coming out the hole, and Katakuri is fucking standing, and then all of a sudden, Katakuri is no longer standing. What?
Like it was like to me, I think like again, like I must have ignored how Katakuri has changed in this fight, and that may to me explain why the fight has ended in the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
we can.
understand.
I'm
I,
just surprised that his attack didn't land. Like that's the thing
No,
that
it
surprised me.
landed. It landed. It landed. The attack
Yeah,
landed.
but on Luffy though,
it landed.
Yeah, yeah. The attack landed. Both of the attack landed. It just Oda showed
nah,
like
to me, it looked like Katakuri shit was like about to hit this nigga, but Snake Man had King Cobra was so fast that he just reached the shit first.
no.
Again,
You see the
that's
panel,
why I
right?
got. That's
Like
why
the
I
blood.
got.
Because like
No,
remember,
I.
no. You know why it landed because the panel before it showed like a crater made by the Daisunochi. Like the
Okay.
fucking concrete is like a spattered, bro. It's like all cracked and shit. And after that, I guess it showed that they're both of their shit connected, but it kind of confused the fucking community on like what they connect or not, bro.
I mean, I
I
was.
don't think it did. I don't think it did. Just
I'm pretty sure it
because.
connected.
It didn't look like it did. Like the shit, the nigga was his arm was hovering over this
I mean,
motherfucker.
if
Like
it
that's
didn't
the
No,
shit
connect,
that blew
why the
minds.
fuck would they go down? You feel me? Like
no.
Luffy, they both
My thing
got
is this.
sold.
I think it grazed Luffy, but I don't think it connected because I feel like if it connected, Luffy would be stuck to his fist or whatever, or to his
Oh
arm
no, no,
if
no,
it
no. That no,
connected.
I feel like he didn't want the stickiness though. Like
I
like
mean, like,
it was like
can we?
an upward
But
down. It was
let
like
me
an
ask y'all a
upward.
question. Like, can we
Well,
call this shit trash? Even my fault, Sage. But you like, can we call this shit trash? Even though they both technically got knocked out at the same time,
oh, I'm
because
calling it
that's what I
trash.
wanted to happen at the end of the day.
It's trash.
No,
It's trash.
it's not like I'm waiting for Cola to come here because Cola's gonna speak on like how it was a tie. Cola's being a fuck nigga right now, and he's been begging me all day to get in this fucking stream. I don't know where the fuck he is.
He probably defended his point in VC, but like again, like I think. Yeah, go ahead, Sage.
Well, what I was going to say is when I looked back at the panels, you can actually see some blood and debris coming off of Katakuri's arm, like from Luffy. There is actually a panel of it. Like, I don't know if you guys have looked at it closely.
I only read it once.
Because of that, it's my opinion that it did hit. And the other thing
I'm looking at it right now. So I'm sorry. Do you know what page it is?
Yeah, I'll just go.
It is. Are you talking about page 7?
No. Let me
page
see.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, page 7.
Page
It's
7.
a panel with it hovering over it. You can actually see Luffy's blood coming down off of the arm.
Yeah.
And the other thing is obviously the floor is all smashed up. So like I'm pretty sure that it did hit Luffy.
I don't think it.
Yo.
What's good?
I'm looking at Luffy's eyes. I'm just looking at Luffy's eyes. Luffy look okay. Like you see his eyes, he look good. Katakuri look messed up, but Luffy look focused and look good to me on that page.
No, but like Luffy takes like, bro. You see, like, where the fuck is the hole in his stomach, bro? Where'd that shit go?
Yeah.
That shit disappeared.
I keep telling y'all that this is our Lord and Savior Luffy Christ. That we can do all things through him. So I don't know why.
Bro, this chapter
Come
was,
on here with the Luffy Christ bullshit. But go ahead.
This chapter was absolute fucking garbage, bro. I was
Thank
so
you,
fucking.
Justin. I was about to say
I'm upset as hell.
shit, bro. I was like, nah, nigga.
This chapter was garbage, bro. I like the fact that we got to sit here and speculate if the punches landed or not shows you how trash that shit is. Shit is trash. Like,
Everything about this is trash. We got no closer to Big Mom eating this cake. We got no closer to them getting away from Smoothie. Sanji ain't doing nothing. I don't care about this.
And niggas are like,
It's
oh,
just
Sanji
trash.
and Pudding. I love the Sanji and Pudding. Really, my nigga? Like, this shit ain't the same shit they've been doing this whole arc? What's different about it? Like, what's so special? I don't get it. I don't know.
This man Luffy literally got in 12 hits the entire fight and won.
And then you see the Katakuri fanboy try to slip in. Oh, this is a tie. Come on, my nigga.
Okay, listen, I'm a fanboy. It's a loss.
It's a bullshit victory, but it's not no tie.
Yeah, it's not a time. But, like, it's a win at the end. Like, even though like I'm a fan of category, but it's a win, bro. Cause like, you know, the nigga was standing last, so you know it's a win.
It ain't even that. Luffy buried his man. Luffy put his hat over his face and buried him. Put his flowers over the grave.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's
I'm sorry, man.
He R.I.P. that nigga.
The fact that the nigga fell on his back and Luffy said he was gonna make him fall on his back, so you know that.
This is my thing. This man clearly just fell by himself. Luffy didn't do it to him. He just fell by himself twice. He just fell. No other reason. He just fell. Like he didn't even try. I'm like, bro, you do all this talking, you didn't even try to like fight. Keep going. You just
it's
just you gonna come back.
And then he put his fucking hat on top of Katakuri.
The thing is, right? I want to know what the fuck that King Cobra does. You feel me? Because he wasn't pushed back or anything.
It just moves fast.
It almost seemed like an internal attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, I was talking to like fucking Toddy about it on the VC text chat, bro. And
What Toddy say?
he was saying that this shit like didn't land or something, or like it would like the Luffy's punch didn't land. You know, if it landed.
Okay.
Whoever brought up the whole pudding shit with Sanji, like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all have to say, but why is this whole asking this nigga for any sort of favors? Like, how you over here, oh, can you do me some last resort, stop smoking? Like, hey, you stupid bitch. How about you not plot on me and my goddamn family? Okay? And then we can have a favor. Like, that's the shit that blew my mind to me. Like, the fact that she's in it, like, Sanji's putting her in a position to ask this nigga for any sort of favor. Like, give me a break, yo. Like, you are soft, my nigga. Like, this nigga is softer than ice cream, bro. Like, what is going on, yo? I'm asking this nigga. I'm like, I want Sanji to have some sort of respect on his name. Give me something. And you have this nigga still playing games with this dusty hole that don't give a fuck
Hey,
about him. Like, why?
so Roger talking
Why, yo?
Roger was talking about the stream earlier this morning. He was like, that nigga probably smashing in the alleyway. He was like, bro, they ain't giving signs, W's like that. Like, come on, bro. If
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Like, she wanna reach in his mouth and grab his cigarette like she owe him something. Like, what? What is going on, yo?
No, this is
That was the most garbage. It was the most garbage part of the whole chapter.
No.
Then this nigga Peckham show up in his Mucha Lucha outfit.
That was
Bro, I was so through.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that's the one person I did not expect. Like, of all people to show up, Peckham's like
This
I thought
this man just said this man just smooth hop in. I've been waiting for you to get done with the fight so I could go ahead and save you. Like, where you been at? Like, where have you been this entire time? Like,
I mean, my whole question is, like, I'm fine with Peckham showing up, but nigga, where's Caesar? Like, give me Caesar back. Cause
bro.
We can't go to Wano without Caesar. So where is he? Why are you playing?
no, this would kill me. This is why really made me want to throw my phone. This man, Cat Curry, ready to hit this Luffy with the, you don't come back to fight my mama in the future? Bruh, I was so through. I was so through right now.
That's not like a girl. It's like, you gonna call me, right? You gonna call me, right? You gonna come back?
That's how
Like, this nigga trash, man. Like,
Bro, I'm so...
talking about the event that like all the shit that's going on. No, we already know what the news is about to happen. It's about to include everything.
Hey, so
Include everything.
what was everybody's answers to the question of the day? Was it who got the W or was it a tie?
It was a W, bro.
Luffy won.
Luffy won.
That was a tie. I'm still going tie.
It can't no tie. When you get buried, when you get your last rites, you lost, fam.
I mean, I feel like they both they both knocked out first, but Luffy got up first.
Yeah,
so the fact that the nigga got up first, he won.
not even that. He got up first, but Katakuri, it's like a 10 count, bro. If they both get up before the 10 count, it's still on.
A 10-minute count though?
No, that wasn't 10 minutes, nigga. And then they both got back up, and then Katakuri failed. So once they both,
wait, hold up.
Well, you're gonna have to research that. I don't know. The time was
I'm not
weird
gonna lie.
chapter too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the fact that Katakuri like jumped up like that, like I feel like Luffy, like in terms of fights, like Luffy is the one that does that. Like he gets put on his back and then jumps up immediately when the nigga comes up again. You know what I'm saying? So to see that from the other side, like again, is weird to me. Like I feel like this whole fight, we have not. I feel like a majority of the why this fight is confusing is because we have ignored Katakuri as a character.
Hey, I got a
Maybe
question.
that's me trying to like justify this whole thing, but I don't know what else it could be.
I got a question for you.
You know what I'm saying?
You think Luffy's gonna take any else in the new one, bro?
No, he's not. No, I keep telling y'all. No, Luffy.
Look, let me tell you this, bro. How long has it been since they've been in Whole Cake Island, bro?
70 plus chapters.
No, but I'm talking about like in terms of like One Piece days, like probably like a day.
Like 3
No,
days.
they've been there like 3-4 days now.
Yeah,
All right,
at least 3, maybe 2.5.
I mean, from like Cracker fight to Katakuri, I think it's only been like 2 days, right?
It's been like
He's been fighting Katakuri for less than a day.
Yeah. So this nigga in 3 days, bro, in the span of 3 days, he went from barely defeating Cracker.
What's up, Tom?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
First Commander, 101.
I mean,
Yo, but Luffy's already taken so many L's, dude. He's already. What do you mean if he's gonna take L's? He needs to be saved like 3 times this arc alone, dude.
Mercy, I was asking this question last night though, because I feel what you're saying, right? Like the nigga, like he's kind of like, do we as a community, like, like, do we underestimate Luffy, like, and the Straw Hats? Because let's be real, like the Straw Hats and what Luffy is doing is essentially the resume of what he will be, what will make him Pirate King. So all of the things that he's doing by any sort of context will be viewed as insane because this is the resume of the future Pirate King. And I'm asking whether we, as a community, underestimate Luffy's growth, specifically because we minimize the fact that he trained with Rayleigh of all people. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
it's
then
just
we see him grow.
Niggas hate Luffy, so that's why.
no, it's just hype. It's hype. It's the hype Oda builds around everything. Oda's gonna like next arc, Wano or whatever. We're gonna see some OP calamity or some OP character
Man,
that
and we're gonna see
can't
the
be beat.
same bullshit
And then-
from Wano, bro.
and then
Of course we are.
Luffy or Zoro is gonna go ahead and overcome all the odds and win. So pretty
No,
much,
that's my question though. Like, because we're seeing
Somebody
these
get
things that
marketed on
by all accounts is fucking insane, right? Like, should we then in turn call it an asshole because this is something that will add to his resume as the future Pirate King? But like, again, by all means and purposes, like within the context of the story, everything the Straw Hats have done should have been impossible
This
by
is not
any
this is
metric.
not impossible. This is not an asshole. He's been doing this the entire story versus Crocodile versus Arlong. These were like Shichibukai. These were like impossible characters to beat. If you think this is trash, why do y'all think this is trash? This is One Piece.
Bro,
Like,
because we
bro.
didn't even get to see the nigga's final attacks. We do.
That's what I'm saying.
that was his final attack. Y'all just overhyping Katakuri.
Wait.
What do
Look,
you mean
Thomas.
you didn't see his
Look,
final
Thomas.
attack?
Look, Thomas. You got some people saying that both the attacks did land. You got some people saying that neither attacks land. You got some people saying that Luffy dies and only Luffy attack land. Like, that's trash. Bro.
So the
How you
community is
final
confused
attack?
as fuck, and that makes the chapter trash because
Yeah,
people don't know how to look at the panels.
Oda could have made that shit clear, my nigga.
It's trash because there's
Nigga, listen, we waited 2 weeks for this. How the
Consistent.
fuck are we supposed to make this happen? Like the fuck? It's 2
What-
weeks straight, nigga.
What would have made it better for you? Because honestly, I thought it was dope as hell.
clarity.
The
That's
shit
what.
was already trash when the nigga all of a sudden remembered Snake Man.
I
Clarity.
personally, I didn't hate the chapter. I hated the execution of how
Does he still-
Katakuri went down. That's
Yeah, nigga, they get addressed.
If you don't understand why he waited so long, man. Literally, King of Lightning came in the stream and explained it
Just
to
because
you.
King of Lightning come in and say some shit, don't
He
mean
explained. He was
That don't
waiting.
mean-
There
that
was
don't mean-
even,
bow down and say that's wrong.
even King told me himself in my stream, he was like, bro, I understand why you feel that way because all he said was, this is my theory on why Luffy did that. The shit is not confirmed or concrete. And King said himself when he initially read it, it read off to him as if Luffy just suddenly remembered that he had this form. And Oda
Dustin.
hasn't explained
It's
that
simple.
shit.
I can explain it in one sentence.
I already know the explain, but it's not.
Well, let me just
it's
do
not
it in one
confirmed.
sentence. Once he uses Snake Man, he can't fight anymore. So he had to wait until he was sure that Katakuri was weak enough to
Bro,
go down.
once he used Gear 4,
Again,
he can't. What's up, Steve, my nigga?
Again, this is why I hate Luffy fans because now Luffy's a master tactician and fucking Jigsaw playing the game and decided to go ahead and take
he
an
always
ass
has
whooping.
been. He
So
always
taking an
has
ass
been a
whooping.
master fighter.
So taking an ass whooping is smart.
Steve-O, that face looking fresh, bro.
No,
This is my thing.
got some foreshadowing.
What's up?
He said it's
Oh,
natural.
okay. I've come back.
That's
I've come
that
back with
Steph
the-
Curry. That's that
You feel me? Like,
I'm back
there was
with
like,
the-
there was like no foreshadowing, right?
We all been shadowing. We all been talking, but C-Stone Sage, you ain't said a damn thing.
I'm so sorry. You seem so impassioned. I thought I'd just let you guys get on with it.
Shut up and talk, nigga.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm part of me is really happy because we saw them both go down and Luffy got back up and Katakuri didn't quite manage to. Although he was up for a bit, does it count? It's questionable. And so, like, I'm happy because that is the kind of resolution I was thinking of. Like, yeah, I like that, but my issue comes with I don't feel like the psychological element of the fight was pushed enough because I really strongly feel like Katakuri gets to this point where he has a choice. He can drain some of his life force to keep being up. He can start going into that like weird pool that like Luffy certainly dips into a lot. Or he can give in and succumb. And I feel like he asks this question to see what kind of resolve Luffy has, and he's like, what kind of person are you? And Luffy's response is really crystal clear, and his response isn't that he's gonna like come and kill Big Mom. His response isn't that he plans to take down them because they've done, he's not there to be malicious. He's there because he's going to become king of the pirates.
Sage, those things are a little odd that he would say like that Katakuri would even ask that question.
I would if it wasn't for the fact that I genuinely do think that Katakuri at that point has to make the decision of whether he succumbs or not. And then he falls on his back and he goes, yeah, all right. I
come
did.
back for.
Fine off One Piece right now, bro.
I've come back with a ruling on the timing. They both went down. They both went down at 12:37, and Luffy got back up at 12:47.
Okay,
Yeah.
you so yeah, you was right. I forgot that you
So
can do that shit.
He
Though.
said, "I'm
he has
coming back
his
with the
haki
rope."
back.
Nigga, you not the
Isn't it
referee.
only like 10 minutes for that or something?
Yeah, it
Like,
was 10 minutes.
That was 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes of
That was
nap time
10
for
minutes.
both
They
of
were
them.
down.
so he's had a 10-minute nap and he's all right now. Like, is that how this is gonna work?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Like,
where's Luffy now, bro? Is he like, what's up with this nigga's endurance?
He
Luffy
always
is.
had crazy endurance.
I tell you, Luffy. I'm telling y'all, this is what I was saying. Luffy should just go fight Yonko and keep it pushing. Why waste time? Just
I
fight
hope
Yonko.
fucking so. I hope
Keep
fucking
it
so.
pushing. Like, this is my thing. People get say I would troll. I get mad. When I say it's too much. Like, how's too much? Luffy can do this. Why can't you fight Yonko? Like, why can't you fight
No,
Yonko now and
no,
win?
no, 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 no.
Are you seriously asking that question?
No.
Why not?
That's the only way it's gonna.
Because
someone's
it's a
gonna say
Yonko.
Jordan.
He's
You
not strong
can't
enough.
take this and
Really?
just go
Nah, he's
off the
Okay,
rails
okay.
and
This is
say,
my
oh, he's
thing.
fucking up admirals. Oh, he's fucking up Yonkos.
Why
Oh, he's fucking up
why not?
Mercy.
Because again,
Oh, he's fucking him up. Oh,
this
he's
is my
fucking up Joy Boy.
That
Oh,
nigga
he's fucking
Virgo
him
be
up. No!
Virgo like this.
No, but
okay. I'm
Jordan,
asking you.
Jordan has a point though
I'm
because
saying why not? Because this again, this is
No,
it's
nigga,
always
don't even ask
Why
that
can't
everybody
you
question.
wants.
believe that Luffy
Don't
can be
even ask
defeated?
that
Luffy
question.
has been defeated so many times this arc alone, and throughout the series, he's been defeated so many times.
He has not been defeated this arc.
he has not.
Yes,
He's
Talking
not
about.
been
Don't say
Jinbei had to
lies,
save him.
my nigga.
Sanji had to save him.
That's my
What do you
point.
mean? What are you talking about?
Jinbei had to save him from that trap that he got caught in.
Getting saved and being defeated is two different things, my nigga.
This is
Barely.
And this is
No,
this is my
ain't no
point.
barely, nigga.
This is
What
my
you talking
thing.
about?
This is my point. Luffy gets to a point where everybody says Luffy's already strong enough to beat Katakuri. Luffy can fight on this level, but if I give him somebody that's strong, y'all say no, that's too much. No, Luffy
Yeah,
can't do it
no.
yet. I'm like, why not? That's all I'm get. Because again, y'all want this to happen, but then when
Jordan
I
makes
say
a
it,
point here.
Hey, look. Don't it seem odd to y'all that like almost like every like after we leave like the category fight every chapter, right? In the next chapter, they started the same fucking panel, right? Like the same place. For some
That's how
reason,
fights work.
he was more injured than he was in the previous chapter when nothing fucking happened.
again, the power of Luffy Christ.
That's arguable. I think y'all just overhype Katakuri and his durability. He's not gonna have the same durability as Luffy. He's not made out
You're
of
right.
rubber.
Again, you again. That's what I say. Luffy is this durable. Luffy is this durable. Why can't you fight Yonko? Again, y'all say Luffy has godlike durability. Why can't you fight Yonko? Why can't you fight these higher top tiers now?
And
Why
that's the
not?
point.
Because having high durability doesn't mean you're invincible, and that should be obvious.
No. But now
Really?
Okay, and here we go. That's what I'm saying. Now Luffy's durability is a question. Now that's what we're see. Now it's a question.
Shown us, though,
Thank
like
you.
how crazy his durability is, and also now that he's put into place this whole like plot armor, hockey booms and battle kind of thing. He brings up a good point. Why can't he though? Like, why can't he go fight Yonko and do the exact same thing that happened in this fight?
Because he would die. Because he wouldn't be strong enough to hit him.
Oh, so but
you thought before
So
this.
no, so
This
That's
was
what I
kind
understand.
Talking about this.
no, this was
So-
kind of
so-
like
He can hang with these other niggas, but the Yonko a little different now.
no, listen. This was
oh, okay. So tell. Oh no, you can go.
Cracker also, you feel me? So like like we like because we see Katakuri, I mean like Luffy improve, and his previous fight was Doflamingo, which was also a fucking great opponent, like a strong opponent. So Katakuri, it makes sense, but Yonko, bro, come on, man, come on.
Okay, let me pose this
Okay.
question to you. Right, the whole time Luffy been fighting Katakuri, only thing this man said, boom. As soon as he got out of Gear 4, this man said, "All right, I want to fight Katakuri. I want to see the future. All 1,000,000 berry bounties of them." Right. Only thing Luffy been doing this whole time with Katakuri is building up his observation hockey. So as this man got future sight, this man was like, "Oh, okay, I can punch him in base form. All right, Snake Man. Boom. I win. All right, boom. That's it. He could have been beat
Luffy does not
Katakuri.
have future sight. Stop saying that.
Everybody got their own interpretation. You believe you don't. I believe you do. That's just me.
Wait.
The
Luffy's
fact
in the
that
future
it's
now.
that simple to defeat.
Confirm.
Yes, I have to say yes. Luffy.
Okay.
Yes, Luffy. Again, said Luffy's
If
our
your
Messiah.
point is
So
that
Luffy do all things. So it doesn't matter.
If your
He can do
point
all
is that
things.
Luffy beat him easily at that point, then how can you say that? Because Luffy obviously almost died during this fight. It was obviously a struggle.
He
If he
doesn't
had this,
look like he had.
I never said he beat him easy at that point. I said
okay,
he beat him.
you're saying like, oh, once he figured out
It
that,
sound like it was pretty easy.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
What's your point
if
then?
Luffy, all right, this is my point. If Luffy would have pulled out Bowman at that time, it wouldn't have been no like both of us throwing a punch at the last second, same time, see who knock each other out. It's Luffy go wash Katakuri because he
Oh
already
wow.
showed when Katakuri had that block mochi stuff up. He had both his arms up guarding. Luffy went clean through it and punched this man dead in the face, and this man was flying through pillars. That was a regular cone gun. If Luffy would have just said screw it, King Kong guns from that point when he got the hyped up, elevated observation hockey, Katakuri would have been done.
Okay,
Okay,
but
Oh
then
yeah.
why
That's a
didn't he
fact.
do that?
hold on.
Yeah.
Then
Before we
why
get
didn't he do that
Because
though? Like,
Katakuri don't know how to dodge.
before we get
Katakuri don't know
there,
how to dodge.
Wayne, do you not look? How fast do you think Snake Man is, bro?
It's pretty fast. The attacks are fast, but Luffy in that Gear 4 form, from what we see, is not faster than Bounce Man. Like his body, but his arms, like when it moves and it attacks, yeah,
Wait,
that's
wait,
pretty fast.
do you how what are the, do you think the gap is big between Boundman versus Snake Man in terms of speed, attack speed?
What, attack speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
sizable.
be. Gotta be. He called
That's,
I
Katakuri
mean,
like that. Come on.
when you're saying that, like,
no,
you're
listen,
saying
listen.
like,
If
oh,
Luffy, listen, if Luffy's able to dodge the Snake Man after getting hit by like one sword,
Katakuri dodged Snake Man out of Luffy.
Katakuri. Yeah,
I mean, Katakuri,
I know.
yeah,
I
Katakuri
know
does
exactly what I'm saying.
in like fucking few hits, and Katakuri's already seen Boundman. That means the dodge should be like just evading the shit. It would be casual for him.
And it's not like he letting
No,
off King Kong guns casually, bro. He got to
no,
pull
no,
up
no,
his
no.
arm. He telegraphed the move. He go up in the air, and he got to let that thing go, man. Come on, now you
Yeah,
acting like
all
Katakuri
right,
just gonna stand there and take it.
but the reason why I say that is if you can tell me anybody here can like debate this, don't tell me Luffy most likely can't do it. He'll see it from a mile away. He already fought against it. So, but Luffy punched him in base form.
Yeah. Luffy punches base form
That's
because
not
Luffy.
me.
He punches base form because again because he guessed. So he guessed and got hit off in base form. And then also too, he was able to see the aura of the punches and got one hit off and still got fodderized. So, but you're right, Luffy got hit off. So to your point, Luffy got hit off.
Yeah, I'm just
Got
saying if Luffy can get a punch off in base form, nobody can like plausibly say it's gonna be impossible for Luffy in Gear 4, probably doing a King Kong gun to hit this man.
King Kong gun could be dodged. Only reason why I hit because Dofi ran to it. Don't do that because Dofi ran right into King
So
Kong
can the
gun.
elephant gun, but Katakuri got through in the mirror world, didn't it?
He let himself do it.
Let that shit happen, bro. Come
He
on.
let it happen.
So he volunteered himself
He even
to
said
get grabbed and thrown in there.
yes,
When
Katakuri.
Katakuri
Man
gave
can
this
see
man
the
a
future. We
Katakuri
saw
even
him
said
overpower Gear 3rd after that instance. So why couldn't he have overpowered it right then and there?
No, Katakuri even
He
said,
wanted to go into the mirror world.
He even said, "Oh, this is good." He even said, "Oh, this is a good place, isn't it?" Like he even
yeah, but
he
he
even
gave
said
Luffy props, didn't it? He could have just punched his shit one time and blew the whole thing up.
he could have, but he didn't. Like Katakuri could have killed him
Yeah, I
multiple
know.
times, but
That's
he
what I'm
didn't.
saying.
No,
People
wait,
can
you
do.
can't just power scale. So basically, you have to take into consideration
No,
situations that
I
people.
am. I am taking everything into consideration.
No, you're
I'm
just
taking-
basically powered. You're just comparing this to that without looking at the other variables.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put in these variables, right?
Okay.
Katakuri got hit a total of what it is, 11 times total, including the stab wound he gave himself. And Luffy got hit probably like 10,000 from the looks of through the chapters. He has his durability is piss poor at best.
Yep, it's
If he get hit,
Yep, it's like everybody else's. That's why, like, I'm sure Gear 4 can fireize everybody else in the verse. So
That's
No, I'm
another
not
reason.
saying
That's
it's just
another
for
reason
fodder.
why this chapter is trash and this fight is it's like not even more so the chapter, it's just everything that's built up into this chapter, which made this chapter hold more of the trash weight. Is because for this fight has been 18 chapters long. For 16 of those chapters, Luffy's been getting his ass one-sidedly whooped. Then the 17th chapter, he pulls Snake Man out his ass. Then the 18th chapter, he beats Katakuri
No,
with an attack.
hey,
Wait. He beats Katakuri in the 18th chapter with an attack that we didn't even see.
oh, this is the way it was. You know why? Because Luffy's a mastermind. He
Nigga,
chose
stop
to.
it.
He should know. He chose to fight.
Defeat everybody, bro.
That pisses me off too. It's like, bro, Oda, why you keep doing this to us? You got niggas talking about Doflamingo, they talk about Cracker, now they gonna say Katakuri. Like this shit is ridiculous.
That's the thing. Dofi, let's say Oda likes to just trash all the villains because you show us a cool villain, a cool character that's actually decent, as cool, as powerful, and trash him. So Add him to the list. I'm pretty sure next. I'm pretty sure because he's a fanboy of Zoro. He's gonna make all the samurai and all the people in Wano look trash too, because he's a Zoro fanboy. So I'm pretty sure.
We are like now. Like, look, the New was supposed to be like the most dangerous places of like.
It ain't dangerous.
It is. It's this top tier, bro. New was supposed to be top tier, right? And why we feel like this nigga Luffy ain't about to lose anymore, bro?
He's not gonna lose,
bro,
again.
because we're 900 chapters into the story.
Facts.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but this nigga, he just can't just walk through the New World, bro.
He's gonna do it.
What's the
Not
point?
just
What's the
walking through it, bro. This nigga almost died.
He didn't die. He was
That's the
nowhere
point.
close to
That's the
dying.
point. Luffy won't die. Luffy
At no
will
moment
never.
that I thought that Luffy was gonna die, bro.
Yeah, Luffy's not in danger.
So let me ask you this then. What was the point of you? Huh?
Can I ask a question afterwards? Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you. All right. Now I was just gonna ask you, what do you think the point of training with one of the most top 5 OP people in the versus history was for?
Nothing.
If Luffy wasn't able to pump out this stuff.
Okay, listen. I get what you're coming from, Wayne, bro. Like that, like he did train with Rayleigh, bro. Like, you know, like top 5 nigga, whatever. But the fact
top five.
yeah, the fact that is look, you know where he started off, right? Like he started his training where he could barely defeat a fucking pacifista.
Yeah.
Right? In 2 years, right? By what the flashback we've seen, he has not been sparring with him. He's giving him indirect type of training.
Luffy just learned basic hockey. That's all he did. He learned basic hockey. That's it.
But we see in the chapters that's not even true, bro, because he taught him about future sight.
And
he told him.
Yeah, he's told him. You know, he's not teaching him though. He's not telling him how to do it. He's telling him information.
Yeah,
that means
you're learning about it, right?
Yeah.
When somebody gives you information on something that you have no information on, you learned about something.
Yep.
You got
And
that
Luffy,
one, Steve-O. You got
Luffy decides to try to apply that mid-fight and take an ass whipping. So he decided to use it at the most opportune time.
So I don't think like just because training with Rayleigh, that shouldn't send him so far off that he doesn't have to worry about anything anymore.
Really?
Like because it has not been direct training. It's been indirect training, just mostly based on hockey, and Rayleigh's mostly giving him information. And
yeah, but at some point in the story, bro, the point of the time skip was for them niggas to get ready for situations that they like Sabotage that they were completely unmatched for. So you can't expect for these niggas to continue to wait on you to grow. At certain points, you're gonna have to overcome these obstacles while you're there. You can't just be like, oh, I have a time skip coming up. It's not gonna work like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like just because the time don't make you fucking like first commander level, bro. Like
but fighting first commanders and beating them will make you a first commander level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Didn't the Sage have a question though? We just keep talking.
Yeah, yes, you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. What I was gonna ask is kind of a double question. Firstly, how in God's green earth did Peckhams get into the mirror world? And secondly, I've noticed that a lot of kind of superlatives are being used with the improbability of like Luffy winning and him beating Katakuri, like, and the Straw Hats escaping in general. Like the Big Mom Pirates keep being like, oh, this is impossible, and oh, this will never happen, and oh, this is a 1 in a million chance. That's also been said about the mirror coming out the mirror. So like I think it was Oven said something around the lines of he'll appear in the next 5 minutes, and they're certain that he will appear. But everything the Big Mom Pirates have been certain of has not happened. It's straight up been wrong. And he says it's almost certain that Straw Hat Luffy will appear from this mirror. But everything Oven says is wrong. Like
I've been saying, that nigga's not coming out of that big ass mirror. He's not.
So
I think he is. Sanji's gonna save him though. That's what they're setting up right now.
How is he gonna save him?
Speed Blitz, another dude. We already know he can speed Blitz.
This is my thing. You have Brule now. You can escape anywhere. Why would Sanji go into a ambush? You see that he has no. Sanji is not God. He's not gonna go in and do anything.
Those guys are all fodder to Sanji, man. He's just gonna go in there, grab him, and get out.
How he's not
But
going to
we
the mirror.
have Peckham's also.
Bro,
Remember
Sanji said if
Peckham's
all
in
of
there.
them are fighters, we have no chance. If
That nigga
if it's just
blessed
him.
fucking oven though. So
Yeah, he gonna have to fight a former Sweet Commander.
No, he didn't say
along
if
with
they were all
Oven,
fighters. He
all
had no
these
chance.
other
He
people.
said if I don't get him the second he comes out, then we have no chance.
I mean, wait. I mean, they did say that like I think they're sending reinforcement like million, like some like a lot of them though. So I mean, I don't know.
He's not coming out of. He's
Yeah.
not coming out of that big ass mirror. He's just
like
not.
This is my
But if
thing.
they do,
All right,
Peckham's
bet.
is still right there.
Hans, are you here?
The reason I kind of ask is because I wonder whether the way that Peckham's gets into the mirror world, or at least has appeared, is how Luffy will get out.
Oh,
That's
Well, what if
what I was
Peckham's-
wondering.
Then why would they
Yeah.
set up Sanji over here? Why would they set up that whole thing?
Yeah, but why?
For
why is
misdirection.
Peckham's
So Oda,
there?
Misdirection.
So many
continue the
whys. There's so many
narrative
things.
No,
of
there's not.
doing anything.
It's misdirection, bro. They want you. Oda wants you to think that they're coming out of the mirror, and they're not gonna come out of that mirror.
Because like remember in the wedding, like there was the same thing. I think it was Dustin that was
Exactly.
saying it. Yeah, like there have been a lot of things in Whole Cake that have been set up that have gone horribly wrong. This won't be the first. This will be one of many.
What's
Yeah.
up, Commodore?
Hey,
Canadian brother.
what's
That
up?
Lazarus?
Well, yeah, man. We out here, man. What's good, guys?
Get that by up.
What's up?
Well, go on.
Nigga, stop.
I'm just waiting for the next villain Luffy fights to get shit on, so we can just say he's trash. I was
Okay,
gonna see who's next.
The only
Yeah.
reason you think this
So,
trash is
like-
fight is because. All right, go ahead, Sage. Sorry.
Oh, what I was going to say is I've only really been around the community, like actively talking, for about 5 weeks, and I've read One Piece in the last year.
That's a
But
lie,
I
Sage.
haven't-
You've been around for like 8 fucking months.
No, I've been talking in text, but I haven't actually been actively talking to people yet. And like this
Okay,
is
I mean, yeah,
like where I've been on
not in the
streams
batch
and shit.
community, in D&D and shit. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I've been in D&D, but I don't feel like D&D is quite the same as this.
Not at all.
I got you.
No.
Not at all.
And so this is actually the first arc where I've seen the villain and the whole setup and all of it go through as it's happening, and experience the community as it's happening. So I'm actually really excited to see whether the next time we do get a big villain fight, we do once again see everyone go from loving them to shitting on them within a couple of weeks.
That will happen. That's what happened. That will happen again. Everybody's gonna say the same thing.
Every time.
They're gonna say the same thing. He looks cool. Oh, he's powerful. Oh, you know what? He's trash. He's all well. Why is he can't beat Luffy? Why is he being Luffy? You know what? He's trash. You know what? He's terrible.
Why did you know what say is trash, Jordan?
The pedestal.
I say
Everybody
the
gotta
right.
notice that.
I say the right is
Wait,
trash.
what's trash?
I say the
I
right
think it
is
was
trash.
dope. I think the whole
Yeah.
thing was awesome. I
I
think
mean,
The
no,
other thing too, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently in the SPS recently for Volume 88, Oda was like kind of contemplating whether or not he wants to add in the whole thing about Katakuri's teeth regarding like a flashback or something. And I'm thinking like because he had the focus and stuff with the Marienda, if he doesn't add like a flashback or anything to kind of go with the focus with the symbolism stuff to Luffy putting the hat covering his mouth and stuff, then it's like why would you introduce that whole thing with his teeth if it's not going to really show any meaning whatsoever to his character whatsoever?
Exactly, but
You know?
whatever.
no,
It's
what I
character
want
depth. It's depth.
a flashback about is fucking Snake Man.
Yeah,
I mean, we need to see the thing in battle and stuff, like actually not like off screen and shit, like actually see the impact itself follow through, not an after effect.
I mean, we got it. Luffy knew it. Luffy had it. He just wanted to wait until the end of the fight, till 1 o'clock, to go use it.
No,
But I'm saying, but I
even
want
if-
Oda to draw it and actually show us
Yeah.
seeing the thing. So
Even,
Also,
if
you wanna
Luffy,
see, like,
even if Luffy hit him, why didn't he like? It didn't look like Katakuri got knocked back off. Like,
yeah,
at
because
all
all we see is like the recoil. We see like the after effect of him pulling back the punch and stuff, which just like doesn't say much. Because like yeah, he landed it, but I want to see him actually like see us hit. You see,
We don't
hit
even know if he
it.
landed it.
Yeah, he could have just jabbed him. He could have just
Super
jabbed
cool
him.
said,
Bro.
hey, Jordan. Super cool said he's not trash. He just ain't better than Luffy.
Yeah.
Hey, Luffy's at least second commander level after this.
Let's
What?
I'm gonna let Super Cool have that because like
This is Cool's day. Cool,
right.
Cool called it.
He's right,
What'd he call?
It's not
What'd he
that
call?
Katakuri's
He
trash,
called
it's
it.
just that
He
Luffy
called the
got-
fight. He called that Katakuri losing. Like again, today is winging. For me, today is cool
Everybody
wing
called
day.
that.
No. Because this is my thing. I said Katakuri is gonna win. So for me, this is cool and wings day for today.
Nigga, I
After
said
today, I said
We've been saying, hey, I said,
Hey,
I said
Jordan, I got
hashtag-
one thing to say. All I hear is slurp.
Yeah.
hey, I said, hey, remember
Ain't
this?
no
I've been saying,
slurping.
Hey,
I said Team Luffy until after Katakuri.
It's
So-
truth. It's the truth juice. People drinking.
Nah,
it now.
that pause, my nigga.
That sounds even more sus,
You
bro.
gotta leave the room
not
for that
that.
one.
Fuck out of
Nigga
here.
said
Oh.
the truth juice. Nigga, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, Virgo, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're getting up, you're walking around. What's going on, Virgo?
Because this nigga said some truth juice, fam. What?
Couldn't believe what he heard.
Bro, niggas
Not a
is
grim
in
moment.
my comments talking about you
It's-
stupid fuck. It's obvious that they eat
No.
each other. What the fuck are you reading? I'm like, niggas are wilding, bro.
Yeah.
this
I
is my
think-
thing, bro. This is my thing. People want Luffy to do this. That's what I'm saying. People want Luffy to win so much. I'm saying, why can't Luffy just go ahead, fight a Yonko, go look for the One Piece and get it pushing? Like, why are we wasting time? Like,
I
why
hope
are we
so.
doing this?
I hope that happens.
But
Like,
people
at this
people
point-
have the
I ain't even tripping about it, man. Just keep it pushing at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
people
Hey,
expectations
that's
too
a
high for
answer.
this, man.
No,
Their
because
expectations too high.
No,
all
because
these characters in every arc.
that's
They
because
be
that's
wanting the
because
characters-
Oda. Blame Oda. Oda puts all these characters, all this world building in for us to expect a lot, but then you undersell and just it's a typical. You just make typical fucking fairy tale shonen. You make a fucking fairy tale.
No,
Everything miraculous happens.
Fairy tale, man.
Miraculous.
Fairy tale is its own.
Yes,
fucking shit.
miraculous. Everything miraculous.
I
You,
swear to God, if you
What
motherfuckers
miraculous
keep this from
happened?
becoming
It's-
fairy
It's
tale
not
art.
miraculous, man. It's showing
Oh,
hard work
stream
pays
right
off.
hold on, wait. So the crew surviving Big Mom ain't a miracle. The crew surviving the crew.
They got her nerfs.
They worked hard to get to this point to be able to do that. You just
Hey,
don't have the
I
writing.
can explain everything you saying.
They didn't
They
have
got
her.
her nerfs.
Okay, again, okay,
they
cool.
They walked away from the chateau as it was falling and found King Bone, like it was a blessing from the sky.
Luffy just happens to
Look
find.
at all the unlucky stuff that happened to them, though.
And Nami still had half of the Vivi card as if it was a blessing. Why didn't
Yes.
they check for another
Yeah.
piece of the Vivi card?
Luffy,
Come on,
Everybody
they didn't
got
work
that
hard
one.
for this.
They say the
Steve,
straw
I
hats
can't
create
go
miracles
against
wherever
that
they
one. You
go,
got me
bro.
on that one.
Like,
The
They didn't
rest
work
of
hard
them
for this.
I can defend.
They didn't work hard for this. Are you kidding
No,
me?
they didn't.
Luffy was
How-
ready
how-
to
how do
tear
you
off
work
his
hard?
arms to
How do
get
you
out of
work
that
hard?
trap because they're all pitting their life on
And
the
then
line.
Jinbei came and saved him.
This whole arc.
That's a blessing. It's not hard work.
Yeah, like how
He
you
fought an
just
entire
you're
fucking
fucking
army
hard.
to get to that point. That's hard work.
Thomas,
He got
Thomas,
captured.
Hey,
Some hard
Thomas.
work didn't pay off. What are you
Thomas.
talking about?
No, Thomas.
He lost.
Let me ask this. Katakuri was literally sitting on the ship waiting. If he trashes the ship, what happens? If he decides to just go ahead, dice motion the ship, what then?
I still don't know why he didn't do that shit. I mean, I know
Like-
why, but I know
Like
it's-
I was saying, Thomas. I'm gonna say Thomas. I'm saying
You don't
again,
know why Oda wrote it like that.
I'm saying if it's hard work, why couldn't he go ahead and destroy the ship?
Look,
If it was hard
y'all
work.
can think of a million different reasons for somebody to die, for everything to go bad. That doesn't mean that it's gonna happen. You can do that for literally everything.
I just
Y'all
want you to
just
admit that they didn't work hard.
hard.
I just want you to admit that they hard work didn't pay off.
Yeah,
They
the only thing I
didn't
can
work
say
hard.
for
Oh,
It
no,
didn't
no.
pay off at all.
Katakuri is that he's just arrogant.
That's
man.
all,
Like,
Thomas,
Yeah,
it don't bother you that this fight was 18 chapters. For 16 of those chapters, Luffy was completely outclassed in every way. And then in
That's
the
a
last
plot
two
device that
chapters,
so many people,
No,
that
but
so
I'm-
many
no,
writers
no,
use.
but
It's
no,
called the
but no,
underdog.
but
You
no,
gotta
in the-
even
no,
it
no,
out,
no,
though.
no, no,
That's
no,
the
no,
thing.
but in
No,
the last
Dustin.
two-
Okay, go.
Boy, hold on, Thomas. But in the last two chapters, it's one thing if Luffy gets a power up. But in the last two chapters, this nigga pulls out a form that we don't know whether he remembered it, whether he had it. We don't. That's not clear. You can speculate, but it's not clear. And
No,
then
it's like
in the
it's
no. And then in the next chapter, he beats him, but you don't even see exactly how he beats him.
yeah.
Okay, that I'll admit that part was bullshit. Even though I think it will be explained later, I still think it was cool nonetheless.
And
But
then
it's
if
like
he explains
it's like
it
you.
later, it's bullshit.
Can you
because
just
why
let me
did
respond to you, please?
Explain it then. Go ahead, my nigga.
It's like watching football. Like it's like watching the Patriots versus the Eagles. Like Luffy is Tom Brady. Like sometimes you're gonna be behind, but just because you come up miraculously doesn't make it trash. It just makes it that much more awesome. Just because y'all don't like that writing doesn't mean that it's trash. It's
No.
part because y'all just don't like it.
It has to make sense though, because we like if you're talking about the football, bro. Every quarter, every fucking minute, we see this nigga Tom Brady making his move, bro. Like Luffy just pulled that shit. It's like like one touchdown equal like 34 points or something. Bro.
Yeah, exactly, nigga. Exactly.
But like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You said that.
I like that.
Like after what
I used
Jordan
that
said,
shit
you
before.
said
That shit
that
was
him
good.
beating. You said that him beating Ianka would be too much. But why would that be too much? If we got this, like if this happened, why?
Like, I
Okay,
would
so
just-
y'all think it's bullshit that Luffy just pulled Snake Man out of nowhere, but how else does he pull out his new gears? He does it.
Don't, nigga. He just don't.
Yeah.
He just pulls them out. That's what he does.
Like,
Don't pull it out.
Thomas,
He don't pull
He's
it
been
out.
doing this in
the
this.
thing is
arc.
that he
did
should
that
have
shit with
used it
Snake Man.
before, or at least let us know that there's a reason why he
No,
did it.
there's so many reasons why he should not have used it before.
The only thing I can say for that is the reason
Bro,
he
if
didn't
you
use
were
it
in that
now.
position and you used
Hold on,
Snake
hold on,
Man
hold on.
preemptively, you would have lost the category.
Bro, the only thing I can
how?
say
You didn't listen to the second part of my statement. At least let us know that there's not that there is a reason why you don't use it.
Yeah,
If
the
you're
only
not
thing I can
going
say
to.
for that is like it's a strategy and stuff. Like that's the only reason why I say like he doesn't use Snake Man like before is because of strategy and stuff. Maybe he was just testing out Batman to see how it works, and then eventually later on in the fight, he realized this form can work.
It's
At
the
the later
Goku.
portion, that's what
Okay.
he used it.
The Goku.
Laz, I understand that, but you can't just say strategy and stuff, bro. You gotta
No,
show
Yeah,
me
that's
what
what I'm saying.
Battle
That's
Genius.
what-
no,
Battle Genius.
That's what makes
no,
it a fight.
That's what makes it trash is because
I
the
can't give you that.
readers have to come up with reasons why something happened when the author
Like,
can easily explain it with
It's
two
plenty,
lines.
exactly,
It
plenty of
No,
stuff
the
like
author does
that.
not have to give us Care Bear treatment.
so wait,
The author
so
does
hold on.
not have to treat us like idiots.
But
So
if you
so
say
wait,
that-
this is. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, if you say the reader should be able to easily understand every little thing that happens, you could also inversely say that the reader should be intelligent enough to read subtext. So like I feel like that argument has a counter argument already within it. Like, you know, Disney films are a brilliant example of that. They're films that are aimed at children, but there are a lot of things in there that the adults are meant to pick up. Whether the adults pick them up or not is normally due to the adult themselves' wit.
Yeah, to go off of that. There's two readers of One Piece. You got the casual reader who's just gonna read. He's not gonna give a shit. He's gonna think it's awesome. And then you got people like us who are smart enough to know to figure out the reasons ourselves why he would save it for later. And
Yeah, but
we have
that's
for the
true,
most part.
but it also depends on the situation. When things seem like they're purposely vague, when you don't know. You can speculate and say yeah, but then Oda could come 2 chapters later and then you're completely wrong.
Well, I don't like
Like
you're
you're
saying,
saying-
just
you're
like, hey
saying
man, it's
that-
strategy, bruh, and
So
we just supposed to go with it.
everybody
Listen,
come up, like, oh, yeah,
It's my thing. It's my thing. Strategy is getting your ass whooped. That's a strategy now. So again, going forward in the story, when Luffy gets his ass whooped, we know it's a strategy.
You're not looking at the
If
player.
we're gonna put into like math terms, hold on. If we're gonna put into like math terms and stuff, right? We were saying like what 17 chapters this fight was, right? And at least
18, yeah.
18, right? So 2 chapters at least, you know, Luffy got something in, but those other 16 chapters, we divide by that. That's almost like 90% of the fights.
Yes.
That Katakuri was winning this fight, and then it's like if this happened in the middle, it would still be weird. But at the end, the last 2 chapters, he gets that last 10% to win it. Like if it was an even, like say like I don't know, maybe 9 chapters where back and forth they're figuring out each other, then I would have no problem with it because like at least there it's like they're both even. But
it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean that's the only problem I have with it. Is like those last 2 chapters, they kind of just threw it in there to make Luffy be on his level, just using a form that we really haven't seen before. Granted, it's probably true that he did train this form during the time skip and stuff, and maybe he used it now because maybe it's the right time. But again, if we're not seeing the effects and seeing the attack itself and what impact it can do, you know, especially the King Cobra, then it's just like it has to be considered.
Bro, but imagine if this is a boxing match and you betting money on this and you seen the fight the way it transpired the whole time, and then you see the way it ended, you would think this nigga Katakuri threw in the towel.
He threw the match.
It was rigged.
Let's go back to Ennie's lobby. Luffy couldn't even defeat Bluno, right? You could say he's like Rob Lucy's like first commander if they did it like that. He couldn't even defeat Bluno without second gear, and then he pulls second gear out of his ass and he.
Actually, no, he didn't. Actually, he kind of like thought.
Are you here?
He actually thought of it. He actually thought of it, and actually like he didn't perfect it, but he actually like thought of it like on after the first Fuji fight. So like it wasn't out of his
You can
ass.
say the same thing about Snake Man. He probably just didn't pull that shit out of his ass.
Yeah,
It's
but you
just-
have to say probably though, my nigga. You're not
That's
sure.
what. Also, too, my thing is too. We don't know.
Tankman, you get Bowman and Tankman. Then there's a chance that he has more form.
So my point was,
Shout out to y'all.
this is bullshit, but that wasn't bullshit. That was good.
Of course
though.
it was.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit too. But it makes sense though. It's bullshit. It makes sense. That's my thing. It makes sense. This doesn't make sense.
Bullshit, that made sense.
I think the thing is like we're going from a week to week standpoint. I think after this arc is over and kind of go back and see it, we'll probably understand the steps better. But like even right now, I'm still kind of feeling mixed on the ending itself. Like because people are saying it's a psychological end because like his will being stronger than Katakuri's. But even then, it's just like if I don't get to see the impact of like the final punch and stuff that rattled him to break his will down, then it's like all that doesn't mean anything if I don't feel an impact.
Yep.
No, for me,
I
one
thought
thing
the
is I call
impact-
bullshit BS because the thing is we don't get nothing on a freaking observation hockey, which was most of this fight was aimed around. All we got was this man powering up and attacking faster. We get no OBS, but people say you can infer that he uses like no. All we got was this man attacking fast. That's all he did. There was no observation hockey. There was no aura. He was saying category point. It's all about power up, attack faster, win. That's all we got. That's it. Nothing else. So
this could have been played a lot better. Like Oda could have played this a lot better than just fucking give the last 2 chapters to Luffy and make him win the fight.
What's up, Zypher?
Yo, what's up?
Damn.
What's up,
What's up,
Popular
Zypher?
opinion here for this chapter.
Hey, only Canadians here, man. What's good?
It's a 10 out of 10, huh, Zypher?
No.
Maybe
I'll give it. This chapter is like a 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not saying it's a perfect chapter, but I think the things that happen. I heard you dusted on Bronco streams. The stuff with Sanji and Pudding was trash. I don't know if I took it differently, but the way she took that cigarette out of his mouth sounded like she was about to give this man a kiss. First of all,
you know Sanji not getting a W like that, bro.
Yeah,
too much of a
he is,
bro.
I
Sanji
can't
getting
give
that
him that.
pussy, man.
He's not
Sanji
as
ain't getting a W.
I mean, if this man finally gets his thing,
I wouldn't be surprised if she pulled out a gun and say, "Would you die for me?" on some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, he's still there though. That's the thing. If he was that happy, he'd be dead already. We wouldn't see him in the last panel.
They literally had the kissing sound effects, so you know he got.
I
it.
didn't see that.
Boy, Sanji.
I didn't see that.
What?
Wait,
Yeah, they did. You can go look right now. They had the little Japanese.
I know I had a good panel.
Don't
I
get
know
me
I had a
wrong.
weird panel out
I
there.
hope Sanji in there like Roger say, rocking the alley. But I
well, yeah, they do pan away and you see like a sound effect somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I saw a little panel thing, but I didn't know the sound effects was sounded for.
You can
I
read
mean, there's
Japanese.
two
It
of
was
them.
the smooching.
There's 2 of the
Smooching
exact
sound
same
effect.
one.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how you smooch in Japanese.
Really? Okay.
really.
oh shit, my boy Sanji. All right, we have to see the
I'm
anime.
happy for that nigga. So, but
Yeah, I'm happy too.
So,
but I doubt it,
so that
bro.
confirms he's dying this arc. Like that's too many
He
W's.
confirmed he dying. Yeah.
That's too many W's, man. Come on.
I mean, we'll know come Monday. Monday we'll know because they'll.
Oh, when he dies?
No, nigga, what? Come on now.
What?
Yo, Dustin. When I read those lines, when he said, "When you come back here to defeat Big Mom," I was like, "Yo." Immediately, my mind is like, "Yo, Dustin's gonna be pissed." Big Mom's not going
I'm thinking,
down this
I'm
arc.
like, yo.
I'm reading this shit. I'm like, "Oh shit, Dustin's cheese."
Yeah, I can't. I ain't gonna argue with you niggas no more. But I ain't giving up until she eat that cake and until the Germans show up. I still got hope. It may be minimal, but I still got hope.
I mean,
that's the thing. We can a monkey wrench can be thrown at this point.
It's
Yeah.
100% impossible at this point. And I think, despite I'll agree that the outcome where we are unclear of what exactly happened is kind of like we're gonna have to wait a few chapters to see what exactly happened. I'm not like, oh shit, fuck it, whatever, all that. But that moment where he puts the hat down on, he puts so much respect on Katakuri, I was like, yes, Luffy. Like, you can't even lie. When you put the hat on Katakuri, you weren't.
That was
for a
respect.
second. It was like, all right, this is sick. Like this.
No,
is
that was trash. That was trash.
That was trash.
Hey,
All right,
That was trash.
it's fine. We can.
I have a question though. Was that that attack his final attack? Katakuri's that was like his final attack, right? That's probably like his strongest attack.
Or Spike Mochi.
No, his the one that he used on Luffy. That looked like his strongest attack.
No, we don't know because he didn't show everything. I'm pretty sure he could have had more moves.
Why would he
We don't
not
know.
use his strongest attack there? Why would he not like go as hard?
He wanted Luffy to win, bro. Why would he?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, don't say that. No, he didn't.
He did. I mean, he won Luffy
No,
to win.
that
Again,
he didn't have like any effect on like the surroundings, but that attack made like a shockwave that was kind of big. So if that was his strongest attack, I just want to say, how y'all still pick Katakuri over Doflamingo? Honestly,
come on, bro.
no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying real quick.
He visibly injured Gear Fourth on screen.
Y'all can understand that, like,
you can argue that Doflamingo could have injured Gear Fourth, but we didn't see it.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Katakuri over Dofi.
This is what I'm saying. Again, we see an OP character, but we want shit
Wait,
on him because he's Katakuri. See, that's what I'm saying. Like all characters now.
I just want to give my quick 2 cents to what Steve said. He did somewhat injure Gear 4 because if you remember his last final attack, he does puncture his hands with his the 9 heavenly whatever they're called. The
16 heavenly bullets.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he punctures through his hands.
You're gonna have to show me, bro, because I didn't look at that so many times.
I
don't recall any sort of puncture.
This is my thing.
No, it was obvious.
It's my thing. Katakuri easily dispatched from Gear 4, told Luffy that he's going to run out, and literally just waited for Luffy to run out of Gear 4 without any issue. But you're right, Dofi's stronger because Dofi got his ass beat by Gear 4. But you're right though. Dofi's stronger.
Y'all can understand. No, that didn't make any sense. If y'all can understand that Crocodile is like strong as these other Shichibukai, just because he got defeated by Gear 2nd Luffy doesn't mean he's weak. Y'all
He didn't
still
get
can't
defeated by
understand.
Gear 2nd Luffy.
He got defeated by. He got defeated.
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to get into that.
Second of all,
But y'all can understand that.
How the fuck did it come to this?
But y'all can't understand Dofi being stronger than
Where are we at? Where are we at right now? Are we even talking
No,
about?
Wow.
No, we're not. He's trying to make this discussion about Dofi versus Katakuri, but I'm not going to get to that because this is why I say power skills don't matter anymore in One Piece anymore.
That's
it's just
what I'm
Luffy
saying.
or bust.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the panel. He didn't puncture
No,
his
it's not
hand.
Luffy
The
or
strings
bust,
are
it's
coming, like, right
matchup.
between his fingers.
No, it's Luffy or bust because Luffy fights you will lose. If Luffy fights you, you're
I
gonna
didn't
lose.
look at the panel. Then the fucking
It's so weird because it's going in between like the little spaces. So yeah.
Okay, that's weird because
So
in the
let
anime
me
they
ask
literally
you
show
this.
him getting
Did Luffy
punctured
beat the
straight through.
Enraged Army?
Yeah, in the anime, they switched up some things.
See, Wayne just said
It's
something.
not Luffy or lose.
We not for dodges because the thing is, if it's 1v1 fight or if it's a one person he's got to fight, he's gonna win the fight. Don't try to add it to where it's a game. It's a game.
At this point, going by how this fight progressed, I don't see any way Luffy loses to anyone else because it was clear that he was supposed to lose this fight.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
He won.
Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown. I'm sorry.
So I had a bit of a question. Like, how do you guys feel about the fact that at the start of the fight there was a lot of Katakuri kind of copying Luffy and showing him how much he could outclass him, and now towards the end of the fight he started using his own moves, but we barely really saw any of Katakuri's own stuff. Like, how do you guys kind of feel about that implication, like the fact that we might see more later on, or the fact that we probably haven't seen like Katakuri's big signature move yet?
Trash.
Trash. Okay.
Because if he doesn't show everything that he has to offer and stuff, then it's like, man, because like for Luffy, it's like, yeah, he beat the first commander, but if you didn't beat him at his best when he showed 100% of what he's capable of doing at the moniker, or the rank that he's supposed to be at, which is below the top of the verse, was just below the Pirate King. That's a little disappointing.
I feel like I think it's an easy assumption to make that whenever they go for their final attacks, it's their best attack. Like, we never saw Doflamingo's attack before the 16 heavenly whatever needles, whatever, but he used it. I think it's an easy assumption that was his best attack. I think that goes the same thing for Katakuri.
If you fight a nigga for 10 plus hours and don't use your best attacks, you deserve that.
Yeah, but taking the fact that once both of them went down, it was like 8 minutes went by where they were just laying there.
10.
Yeah, like, I mean, it goes to factor in too, because with Luffy Gear 4, he needs like what, 10 minutes at the very least to kind of go back into like to be able to use the form again, which I feel is kind of convenience as well, because it's like kind of needed that time to get back into it if you wanted to use it. But even then, he didn't even need to use it. You just need to break it down psychologically, like.
Well, this arc has been rife with convenience. So
yeah, I mean, it does.
It does
have a ton of.
I mean, that's how One Piece does. That's how it's always been. Like, Luffy's
I will
always
say though,
at the end of the day.
if Pedro is alive by the end of this arc,
I swear to fucking God!
Not
Not
Pedro Peckham's. Some people were convinced that that's Peckham's. I don't know why people thought that wasn't Peckham's.
No, dude, if he's alive, man, I'm gonna be so pissed because it's like, how do you set up someone's? Yeah, if Pedro's alive, man, like, dude, because the way you set up everything that's there, it's just like, what's the point? Like, Opera dies, no one gives a shit. But Pedro, the way he was able to go out and execute like that whole thing, like that, the whole meeting would have nothing. And then even if Kara joins the crew, because like what Pedro sacrificed and her to like search out for her own dreams too, it's just like that makes no sense, man. You're gonna put him up with a Pell, he's gonna be on some other fucking island eating like what, crackers or some shit, like, like fuck, I don't want that.
All right, let me ask y'all something. I noticed nobody bought this up yet, but y'all noticed that it was before 12:50 when Luffy got up, right? and when he was out of gear 4.
1247 to be
Like,
exact.
Huh?
Just for you, I was just to let you know, 1247 to be exact. If you're looking for the
Yeah,
exact time.
12:47, right? I mean, he only needed like 10 minutes, so he got 3 extra. So Luffy, like, if he gets out of the mirror world with Peckham's, right, and everybody start fighting, he can go back
You mean
into Gear
Nazem's?
4 and keep
Nazem's,
fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, like say a Big Mom do pop back up, Luffy go be injured. Big Mom like fatigued and stuff from not eating for 12 hours. Both of
She's
them go
baby
be
Jesus, bro.
Well, the thing is, if she eats the cake, then she's
gonna
gonna
be
fight
fully
back,
energized.
replenished. That's what people think. If she eats the cake, she'll be replenished back to her normal strength.
Don't
And
matter.
if she's normal and Luffy's hurt and he beats her, it's like
But
Like I say, I don't. Luffy should go ahead and fight her and beat her. I don't have time for this. Just have a fighter and beat her.
but Luffy already shown that he can fight her.
But I think like the thing is we always kind of forget too is that the Thousand Sunday is coming towards Cacao Island right now, and the fact that we're seeing too that like Sanji's kind of waiting on. The second we see that Luffy and thing are gonna get out of the mirror world and just get off to Cacao Island, they're gonna do a thing where it's gonna they're gonna try to intersect with each other, get into Cacao Island, so that way they can get on the Sunny and just coup the burst right out after.
When did Luffy show that he can fight Big Mom?
I don't know, bro. Ask Swing.
Bro,
Wait.
Big Mom clashed on top of the
Don't
cake.
do it, Thomas.
No, I'm being serious. When
Don't do
Luffy
it,
and Big
Thomas.
Mom clashed on top of the cake,
Sorry, I got baited.
and
My bad.
neither of them was like, how when somebody hockey harder than the other ones, either they'll do the owl or whatever. Oh my God, it's so hard. Luffy wasn't looking like it was like that, like hard and impressive. That Big Mom put her arm in hockey with the flame pattern and stuff, and they looked like they canceled each other out.
All right, I'm tired of people using a clash to justify two people being able to fight each other. I'm sick of that shit. Just using one clash.
Yo, guys, I got a quick question. So clearly, I'm pretty sure Nazem's didn't come through that main mirror. So did he come through a mirror that they don't even know of? And then so Luffy doesn't even come through the main mirror.
Here's the explanation they gave. They gave basically Nazem's or Peckham's or whatever the fuck he is now. He kidnapped what was it? Her name Brule somewhere. He just kidnapped her. She was like at some random ass island which Peckham's happens to be in for some reason. Right. He kidnapped her and then he got in. That's the only line we got basically.
They're impossible.
That's the thing. I think you have to factor in too, because we're noticing as well. Because you see like how all the mirrors around him and stuff are all broken. How there's that one mirror that's right there that's like open, and some other ones are open. Again, like depending if he came from one direction, they can go back to the direction he was at. But they could also do something where they go to a random island from the mirror, and that's probably end up being far away from there. And maybe who knows, wherever that mirror is could possibly be where the German is. It would be convenient as hell if that happened, but I could see.
I hope so. I need a theory to come right.
My thing is, I don't see how. That's my thing is, I don't see how he kidnapped her because Brule is still tied up the way Luffy had her tied up. She's still with that same tied up the same way. So I don't know how he even got to her in the first place. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's like a lot of obscure things. Like
she was like she's still tied up the same way Luffy had her.
Yeah. At second she was lying around, and then the next thing we know, she's on another island. Like we don't know. All that off screen in a lot of things made a lot of things easier for him to not explain and just basically run around the plot.
Bro, if he explained every single thing that we're missing out, this would be another Dressrosa length.
Yeah, like how
it is already.
Wouldn't mind that at all if it's actual content.
At the very least, that's what I'm saying.
Chapters now.
I wouldn't
getting like some sort of explanation at the very least.
It makes sense. You see how because we're all confused about everything. We don't know about nothing about Gear 4. We don't know anything about Brule. We don't know anything much about Katakuri. Besides that, he's fucking at least Luffy Sensei now. We don't know anything about anything.
We don't know much about Gear 2nd and 3rd and how it came about. We just know he just trained on a train.
Which is trash.
He didn't. Y'all are still explaining that the arc is going on too long.
That's trash.
Want to move on.
That's trash. That's trash again.
Y'all complain about everything. It doesn't matter what Oda does.
Of course we complain.
Oh, fucking God. Yeah, but what am I paying for? What am I paying? Wait. What am I paying for? Why?
Hold on. If we didn't critique it, we wouldn't be real fans of the series. It's obviously going to be some inconsistencies, and we're going to point them out.
Then why can't we just?
Here's the thing. I'm paying.
It's okay to point out the flaws, but you can't say that it's trash. Like y'all say, the chapter was trash, the arc was trash.
Thomas, if we take
everything thinks it's trash, then they gonna say.
No, wait. I said it's the Thomas.
Okay, so step up. Let me respond. Step up.
Wait.
How is it trash that the arc is too long, but it's also trash that he's not explaining everything?
Look. Wait. Let me answer that. Steve-O, let me answer that.
That makes no sense. How are you gonna make the arc long and not explain shit?
Thomas, you there?
Yeah.
If this arc is 70 plus chapters, bro, if Luffy and them just simply escape in the next few chapters, then this arc, 30 to 35 chapters, were unnecessary. Because you could have had them escape because they had the poneglyphs, they had Sanji right when the cake fell. So if you just have them escape anyway, with nothing else, and they just come back and rematch with the Big Mom Pirates all over again, that is unnecessary.
So you're saying everything that...
Hold on, Justin. The reason why they did all this is because you remember Sanji's like, even though they're shitty family, he still wants to save them. So
he said when the cake fell. He didn't say when they left the port. Yeah.
Oda could have ended. A lot of people thought the arc was going to end when the cake fell.
Myself
If you're just gonna have them simply escape and they're gonna come back and fight the Big Mom Pirates later, then there was no reason for you to fight Katakuri because you could have saved that fight for when they came back and fought them later.
Yo, here's the thing, Dustin. The thing is, like, obviously none of us know it, but I think whenever this arc is about to come to its absolute conclusion, some unforeseen events are gonna happen that's gonna blow everyone's mind, like how
hopefully
every arc.
I hope so.
I'll say this: if they just ride off to the sunset off of this island, I'll say it's trash too. Like
real quick.
They shouldn't just
Okay.
I don't know why you're assuming they're gonna come back, and so it's a waste to fight Katakuri.
No, like, what I'm saying, Thomas, I'm saying if they do that, I say if that you ask me.
So we have to hold our judgments of it.
No,
let him at least finish.
If I hold my judgment, then you gotta hold your praises, my nigga.
No, because the thing about my praises is that they're objective, and I can like what's happening right now, which I do. The only reason you don't like it, is because they might fight later.
No, that's not the only reason I don't like it, my nigga. I don't like the fact that they didn't show the last attack of a fight. I don't like the fact that Luffy was getting his ass bit for 16 out of 18 chapters. Then he vaguely wins in the last 2 chapters where we can't even really make sense of how he won. But he won.
Okay, so that's a much smaller scale thing, and it's okay that you don't like it, but it's not. It's really objectively, it's not trash.
Let him finish, bro. He got a lot. I'm telling you.
I never said this arc was trash. People get it confused. This arc is solid. I can't judge the arc is done in its completion. But this arc has its issues with them Big Mom chasing them for 20 fucking chapters. Him basically, like what I'm saying is, while we're reading it, it has issues. Very likely,
I'm not talking about
it make sense by the end of the arc. That is very possible. But while we're reading it, just like you're praising it while you're reading it, we have just the same right to criticize things that do not make sense to us at the time.
All I'm saying is, I'm talking about the fight too. All I'm saying is that the underdog style that this fight went through is not. You can't say that it's. You can not like it, and that's fine. You can criticize it, and that's fine. But you can't say that's bullshit. And when I say trash, I'm talking about like you're saying it's an ass pull or it's bad writing. It's not.
The underdog storyline is not trash in itself. The handling of this particular underdog storyline was trash because we all knew going into the fight, Luffy was the underdog. So the underdog part is not trash. It's how it was.
That's
handled.
where we disagree.
That's how he was getting completely outclassed, bro.
Let's say this is the same as Fairy Tail. Same as fucking Fairy Tail. We get a strong villain, weak ass main characters. Then all of a sudden, by the miracle and the power of friendship or whatever bullshit,
no, this is not Fairy Tail level. Y'all just have all this headcanon of Category being some god and all that community hype.
Wait. He said he's a god. Both of them.
He's not a god. Category is not a god.
Toddy calls him a god every week.
Yeah. Some people do this. Stop generalizing. Use the points that people present to argue your points, bro. Come on now.
Oh, no, got hot.
We're trying to call that man a god. We just saw what was happening in the manga. We determined that he was
You're using your head cannon to say that cannons.
Someone got
Cypher was trying to say
something.
Like
He woke up the he know me.
I mean, I just was over, bro.
Steve-O.
I feel like
Wings. Cypher was trying to say. My bad.
The ending of this fight.
Cypher,
I feel like the ending of this fight was. I feel like in my interpretation of the fight was like I think it was made so that it's supposed to be unclear who really the winner is because it's almost like he didn't really want to draw a winner. Like I felt like it'd be better for you to interpret it the way you want.
That's
like,
trash, bro.
What's the point? Please explain me the point, please, Cypher. What is the point in going to a fight from chapter 878 to 8696. What is the point of this entire fight, given that Luffy has been losing for God knows how many chapters? I lost count, to be honest. And then
16
all of
for
a
the record.
sudden, bruh, and then all
Bro,
of a
I think.
sudden,
I mean, I feel
Luffy
like it's better
wins.
the fact that we don't even know, like, because this fight was so insane
How,
to the
man?
level
This fight
where
was
it's
not
like you can't
insane.
even decide a winner.
This fight was not insane. He was getting his ass kicked. Like
Again,
niggas ignore that.
I
again,
think
everybody.
the thing that people like praise with this fight is the choreography and stuff, like the way like these punches and everything is like executed. This is the best like Oda's probably drawn.
Yeah,
like,
it
in
is
a long,
Dragon
long
Ball.
time.
It is basically Dragon Ball Super. It's visually entertaining. It makes no fucking sense.
That's how you know. That's how you know niggas hate Luffy, because their favorite fight is when Luffy's getting his ass whooped for the majority of the fight.
That's a fact.
What do you mean? Luffy's one of my favorite characters.
Bro, y'all was loving
Look at his
Luffy
profile
getting his
pic.
ass beat more than
Listen.
Frieza.
It's like take like a game for example, and you have like a mage and he's fighting a tank. Like the mage is gonna do damage for 13 chapters or whatever, and then the tank is gonna hit him once and he's gonna go down. Why can't y'all understand that?
Hey, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's what I said. Luffy should go ahead, fight the top tiers and stop playing, because the thing is, when we give Luffy these feats and this power, now you say it's too much. But
Okay,
then when
there's a mage and then there's a sorcerer. That doesn't mean the tank is gonna be able to defeat the sorcerer.
Bro, this ain't no sorcerer, no mage, no shit.
I'm trying to bring it down so y'all can understand. That's
no,
all.
wait, this is One Piece, fam. This is One Piece. Again, Katakuri is a right-handed first commander. Luffy is Luffy, the main character. Katakuri is trying to be superior. He's had all these different abilities. He looks again 16. So again, out of the just all, he was fucking Luffy up. Luffy all of a sudden gets a power up. Actually, he gets 2 power ups. Again, one chapter he gets hits off. Next chapter, 1 hit, he's done. Katakuri loses. So my thing is,
why are y'all asking about this power up? This power up didn't come out of nowhere. He's got like a tank form, an attack form. He's got a speed form. It's not like it's crazy bullshit.
Like, bro, he basically was on the ground saying, yeah, with this I can end it. With those words, it's like he just remembered that it's not like he didn't have the form before. That's not the part I'm upset about. It's the fact that it's the fact that he already had it. And
I can't argue that anymore because there's so many reasons.
No, bro, it's so many excuses he's trying to bring up, but they're not valid.
So it's not valid that you can say that he just remembered it all of a sudden because you don't know that. By that same argument, I can say you don't know.
If you read the dialogue, it reads off as if he just remembered it.
No, but you Justin, but this is the way it's always been with Luffy. And like, you think Luffy didn't use Gear Second immediately as he fought Lucci? He didn't, like, Gear Third wasn't used immediately. Like, this is just how.
Yeah, but when he fought Lucci, he wasn't getting his ass whooped the whole time. And at the tail end of the fight, he was like, "Oh shit, I got Gear Second, and I can beat this nigga with this."
I don't think it was like that.
Oh shit! As I'm saying, it wasn't like that.
It's one thing. Again, no one cares about the ass whooping. All people care about is, oh, he got Snake Man. Cool. No one cares that he got his ass one-sidedly whooped like a dog for 16 chapters.
Well, we get that he got his ass beat.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hold on, Jordan. Hold on. For one, we already know Luffy got stupid hacks durability. 2, it clearly showed that people that don't be getting attacked like that, don't even be getting hit in all animes and shit, most likely be having some of the most trashiest goddamn durability.
Thank you.
We know this.
Keyword.
Hold on.
The thing is, Katakuri killed Luffy twice.
Let me finish.
Hold on. I got a question. So we know Luffy got plot armor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So why do people keep bringing that like they keep including that as a part of the durability, the feat? You feel me?
What?
Like Luffy won't. They're saying like Luffy's not gonna die, so they're saying
he's durable, right? But he also got plot armor too, nigga. So you have to kind of like be in the middle of it because you can't bring both of them together and be like, oh, he got crazy hacks durability.
That's some loose.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I don't know if I can agree
I'm
with
not
that.
saying
Because
that.
if you see like in him in his base form, he's been like taking a lot of hits, and that's increased his durability over that time, which has been great for him. That's I don't want to say it's plot armor. That's just
Mercy.
I think the reason why I gotta disagree with that because we seen niggas put Luffy down before. Like we saw Crocodile do it twice, and we see that Katakuri has the capabilities. He just didn't use them for some reason. Like he could have continued to try.
For
to
some
duplicate.
reason,
But he decided not to go
I
with it.
honestly think it just comes down to his arrogance, man. Like he thought like he just beat him with as much weight as
I
he
don't know.
can.
Like
without going all
the
way.
thing is, Luffy's scars already like that nigga's the scar on his sight is not even there anymore, bro. It's like it's not even bleeding. It's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Crocodile. Luffy died 2.5 times. He got buried. He got dried out. He got fatally poisoned. He still beat Crocodile. All in the same arc. That happened.
That's because he has his Luffy's plot armor for the most part is his ability to make friends and people who trust him and he can trust and his hard work. Literally, 90% of
friend.
the shit
He makes allies of anyone.
Yeah, 90% of the shit can be.
But wait, Thomas, this is my thing. How does him making friends equate to him getting buried? Understand? Wait, don't get buried. Understand? He got dried out and got fatally poisoned, all within the same arc.
Because Robin
found a well. Robin saved him.
Yeah, because his Nakama saved him.
Actually, no. Luffy got saved by 2 drops of water. If you go back and read Alabasta, he got saved by 2 drops of water.
2 of those times. The third time, it was fate. It was just the will of D that saved him.
Exactly.
The
will of D. Magellan, he just thankfully had Ivankov there to freaking save him from being fatally poisoned.
Yeah, and why did Ivankov save Luffy? Why did he save Luffy? Because in that short amount of time that he knew Ivankov, he proved to Ivankov that Ivankov literally believed that he was going to become the Pirate King.
No. That's not the question. That's not the question. The question in hand is why Ivankov was even there in the very first place. Why did Ivankov have to be there in that place?
Okay, wait.
But why did the most important person be there at
the best part, Doflamingo, Luffy gets out of Guild 4th. He gets transported by people, which Luffy could have killed them easily, but didn't. He even wait.
Luffy could have killed them easily.
So yes, he did. No. What the fuck are you talking about? Luffy went out Guild 4th. He was surrounded by people from the Coliseum. Luffy even let Luffy get back in Guild 4th, being confident and cocky, and then told him to go Guild 4th and use King Kong gun because I can take it and use it to make you destroy everybody on the island. So Luffy could have killed Luffy even there, but did he do it? No. Why is that? But no one wants to. People don't care about that because Luffy used King Kong gun.
If I recall correctly, Doflamingo did actually like kill a bunch of people trying to protect Luffy, and I don't remember the time when he could have killed Luffy.
But hold on, since you want to say that, I remember that Luffy was getting jumped during that fight. He got jumped during Cracker. He got jumped during this what this is? Katakuri. He got jumped all 3 times with 3 high-level people. But I never hear nobody ever bring this up. Well, if Luffy don't just go out there and just get his behind.
No. We always bring that up. Don't worry. We
brought up too.
What problem do you have with it? With Flampe? That's your problem, right?
Yeah, Flampe. Yeah.
Bro, this girl had a team of snipers trying to murk Luffy.
Okay.
And then what did Katakuri do?
Okay, this is my thing. If they're not there, if they're not there, what changes? What does the snipers do? What does Flampe do if they're not there? Katakuri still fucking his ass up.
Luffy still
wins with no stab wound. Neither of them
That's the only difference. That's what they don't get. What does that change? What does it change? Because again, before Flampe, he was still getting fucked.
If you want to sit up here and tell me,
he got jumped.
Changed,
nothing changed.
He got jumped. He did get jumped. Like
he got jumped versus Cracker when they introducing with Cracker, Brule, Randolph. They jumped them.
Hey, guess what? Nami had VV cards, so that's moot. Because Nami had VV cards. That's moot.
Yeah, but if Nami didn't have that Viva card, them homies would have been used against Luffy anyway.
They jumped the man. They're starting to jump the man. So don't give me the Luffy can walk through everything.
So now you're trying to say that Luffy's crew is his plot armor?
Luffy is powerless up again. Luffy's luck again. Luffy's just protected again.
No.
Luffy's just protected.
After Sanji kicks his ass, he kicks his face in, and he gets like a whole army's coming at him. He took an L. They took him down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he had plot armor, he wouldn't have been taken down. The plot is working for and against Luffy at the same time. You can't say
He was saved.
That's what makes it a great story.
Actually, the plot was working for him in that instance because normally they just kill niggas.
Yeah, normally, but Big Mom decided to trap him, but then he
No,
gets saved by Jinbei.
yeah, but
and
they didn't kill
there
him.
you go.
Why? Because Sanji was having a wedding and Luffy and Big Mom wanted to use that as leverage.
That's convenience because normally, again, like I said,
normally they kill niggas
because they kill you.
How
They
was
don't
that
let you live.
convenient?
So
They
Luffy's
kill
there
you.
in the first place. Why? Because he's there to protect Sanji.
Motherfucking KOL streaming in like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I gotta move all my streams up so I can avoid that nigga shit.
You better stream.
I'm gonna go set shit up.
Better
Hey,
stream
Virgo,
now.
thanks for having me, my nigga, all the time. Appreciate
No problem, Dustin,
peace,
bro.
Dustin.
Thanks for coming.
I'm gonna come through for that one though.
it. Bet.
Yeah, I'll come
All
through.
All right,
Thank you,
Dustin.
Steve-O.
I'll be through too.
All right, peace.
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 Hey,
Bruh,
for all
my
you
point
Dustin
is-
niggas waiting on that click button, y'all got an open spot.
Hopefully,
Bruh,
Super Cool can get
my
in this
point
time.
is with all this Luffy stuff, bro. I get that crazy stuff happens since way back in the day. If you want to say the Ivankov stuff, why the hell is this man impaired now? Hey, if you want to do that, go that
Must
route.
be
I can
sauce,
just
but now I won't found.
No,
Don't
look,
say
Nah,
that. I know you've been waiting for a minute.
This
Self-taught.
nigga killed his spat.
hey, hit him with that flocker. Now let the dread swing.
The
Hit him with the
flocker.
flocker.
I don't
Hit
want
him
to
with the
fuck
flocker.
up the
Wow.
momentum of the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, like, I don't want to come in and fuck up the momentum of the conversation. But I told y'all
Yes,
niggas
indeed.
that Luffy was far stronger than this nigga Katakuri. He just had to hit him.
Yeah,
As soon as he was able to hit him,
there we go.
what happened? That
There we go.
nigga got flopped.
Yep.
Big
So as I
chicken.
say,
So did
Luffy's got a diverse. So again, Luffy needs to get off 2 hits. He's gonna beat anybody. So
Bro, hold on.
Nah,
Luffy,
look, hold on, see, look,
Luffy,
here's the thing
Luffy fell
about
too.
that.
What you mean,
I've
though?
been hearing that a lot, and that doesn't make any motherfucking sense because we don't know who the fuck Luffy gonna come up against.
It don't
in the
matter.
future. Like,
No,
Yeah,
let me respond to
hold on.
that. Look, the reason that Luffy could beat the reason that Katakuri is like most other high tiers are gonna take a lot more to like take down than the hits that it took down to take Katakuri. The only reason Katakuri took so few hits is because of his observation hockey. He doesn't get hit often.
This is my thing. This is my thing though. Y'all keep saying Gear 4 is so OP or so overpowered, but then when I say he can fight top tiers and kill Midway by about 10 hits, y'all say no. That's too easy.
I'm
How?
not
Y'all keep
even
saying
talking about
Gear
Gear 4, nigga. I'm talking about all that Luffy encompasses. Because so even without Gear 4, he was still surviving this man. Like it was nothing.
Like I say, plot armor again, because
No, look, you can say plot armor all you want, but that still don't change the fact that from what the fight showed us, Luffy was stronger than this man, and the only problem was getting through that observation. And once he got through that observation, it was a wrap.
And then again, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The goal from here, because he's from the Katakuri, why can't he fight Yonko or freaking Admiral? Because again, that's what I keep saying. Y'all keep
Look, hold on. Let me say something real quick. I hear a lot of people throwing out, oh, Luffy has this god tier durability, all this shit. You gotta think about it. This is One Piece with devil fruits and all type of crazy shit. It don't always come down to durability and endurance. He might fight somebody going on in the story that none of that shit don't even fucking matter.
And he'll overcome because again, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna go overcome because it's his story, right? That's what I'm saying. That's all I've heard. It's all I've heard the entire Katakuri fight is that this is Luffy's story. He's supposed to overcome and survive. So what I'm saying, fight somebody else.
And I'm sure you're tired of hearing that, but you
people are
cannot
taking it
equate
so
that to
far.
him being able to solo anybody else.
Like people are taking it so far, like Luffy has never caught an L before. Like it's still possible for that nigga to catch an L.
Yes, bro. The freaking Saburi. It was like L's of L's. Like,
yeah, like the fuck.
In Marineford, it's L. Impel down. Bro, Impel down, L. Saburi, L. Like,
Marineford.
Remember, in a best of three, Crocodile won a best of three.
I don't. I mean, I would say it's L because it's convenience. Because normally supposed to get captured. That's it. But no, Kuma was there to save him. So I don't see it as L. I see it as them just surviving. They survived that. So
and
normally
he survived this.
But
no, Kuma was never planning to kill off Luffy because he was under Dragon.
I'm saying if Kuma wasn't there, they die. But then Kuma goes there and just saves them. So
hey, look, the thing is, right? The thing is, Jake, this was a setup for like the perfect L, like the best L Luffy could take. You feel me? Like because Luffy was not on Katakuri's level to begin with.
No, he was above his level to begin with.
And again, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Luffy's already first command. That's what I'm saying. Luffy's already at that tier. So why can't he fight at that tier? That's what I'm saying. If he's already at that tier,
why can't he? Can But
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Virgo, thank you for having me, Virgo. I'm out.
Then
No
what's
problem.
I'm saying?
Virgo,
Why
I'm
can't
gonna
they're
dip
saying
too.
why
Thanks,
can't he
bro.
fight? Why can't he fight the top again? He was already there. Why can't he fight the top tiers and win? That's what I'm
All
asking
right.
you.
He can,
Now let me
but
ask you this. Let me ask you this then. When we seen Luffy fight Katakuri, and when this man went year 4, and we seen this man beating the brakes off him, he was like, "Oh, only problem with you is your observation. Besides that, boy, it's gonna be a baked chicken in here." Everybody noticed that when Bounce Man got pulled out, and then Luffy started giving the man them hands. Now, why in the world is it a problem when Luffy developed observation hockey, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he get it up, and he giving them hands, if everybody all in agreement with the thing way beforehand, about 20 chapters ago.
Again, what I say, because Luffy's baby Jesus, he can survive anything, so it doesn't matter. Again, you see it again. I'm saying you see Luffy's side. His stab wound is pretty much gone, pretty much. So, like again, that's healed up, so he's good. Like I say, Luffy's baby Jesus. Again, he gets stabbed. He can get beat down like a dog for 12 hours. Doesn't
y'all
matter.
taking it too far, man.
That's
I
the
think
real
y'all
God,
taking it too
Junior.
far when
That's the
y'all
real
feel
God,
that he
Junior.
can survive any goddamn thing. Like this was a struggle through and through. It's
It
not
w-
like he's gonna go on and just beat everybody. Like we don't even
This
know
was
that.
a struggle for the first, like Dustin say, for the first 16 chapters. After that, I guess Luffy just, I don't know
Yo,
what.
what up? What up, Sage?
Decide to win.
He just
Yo,
decided
what's
to win.
up?
He just decided to step up and just
How's it
go
going
like,
with
yeah,
you?
it's time
Nah,
to.
it ain't about he decided to win. Just he grew during this fight. Like
Oh, he grew,
Yo,
but the last
it
time.
was not.
Hold on.
It was
We
a
got
beat
And
down.
again, that's my thing. That's
Sage
my
is already
thing.
here, but we got a new combatant. Winters, what did you think of the chapter, fam?
Listen, I have to admit, I was on Katakuri's team the whole time. Like, shout out to Luffy, he won. It's gonna be good, especially big news there. But I like before, like when you see Luffy lose a few times and come back and win. Not when he's getting a beat down the whole fight and then gets one hit in at the end and wins. I don't like that shit. But the story has to move on. If he did not win, he would not survive, and it don't make sense. Oda's been shitting on Katakuri the way he's been shitting on Sanji post time skip.
Don't make sense now, but it's
It's
all
on
good.
God
Like I say,
category.
I ain't finished. Chill. Like this guy. This guy's overpowered. He's very strong, and he's Oda's gave him a personality issue that's just made that gives us a reason to say this is why he lost. Like all the way through the fight, he's been pulling out new stuff that Luffy couldn't really handle too tough. Beat down Luffy, and Luffy still wins at the end. I personally don't like that, but it's done. We're gonna have to deal with this. Luffy won. He's gonna get this bounty increase.
That's
and
all
we'll
right.
have to keep this story moving.
Why do you? I mean, everyone interpreted it differently, but why do you interpret it as Luffy won?
Because he's moving and Katakuri's not.
That's a fact. Look at Katakuri got buried, got RIP,
I mean, like,
got the
you could
flowers
say-
on the grave.
I mean,
You could
the way I
say,
see it,
hold on. You could say that Katakuri, because he fell second, like people that use that argument about like Ace or Jinbei fell first or Ace won. Like Luffy fell first, but Luffy got up and Luffy's walking and Katakuri's not.
Yep.
The way I would say is like Katakuri's got nowhere to go. Luffy's got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
Facts.
I think
Man, no.
he gave it to him, bro. Like he just fell down.
But here's the question though: that crater underneath underneath his dice mochi, did he cause that? What Luffy fell through?
I'm pretty sure he caused that.
It's just, I thought it was a shockwave because he didn't hit Luffy,
The
but
question
it's
is, did he
shockwave.
get hit by that death potion or did you dodge it? Because
He got
He
hit.
didn't get hit. Oh, he didn't get hit.
Because they were out for about, was it 8 to 10 minutes, one of those?
Niggas.
No, Luffy was go. Yeah, I think Luffy was out because of Gear 4. Luffy just went out of Gear 4. He was out because he was tired.
You can make an argument for both sides because one, it seems like there's blood dripping from the dice mochi, and two, there's a crater there. So you can make the argument that they did hit each other.
Yeah, plus the look, the crater looking marks and all that was on the ground right before it caved in. So clearly, to me, I'm just saying it looked like it hit, and like Luffy, it clearly looked like it hit because see something
this
like
man's just cooking.
Yeah, this
blood
is just bacon, bro.
I don't know, bro. If it would have hit him, he would have been stuck.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt
Y'all
you guys.
It'll be something.
Thanks for the invite, man.
It'll be something.
All right, Laz.
Hey, peace, guys. Shout out to Virgo. Got to 100 subscribers, man. He's on the rise. He's out here, man. Worst Generation Part 3. They on the come up, man. They on the come up.
Yo, lads, did you get that one kill
Is that Durson cooking, bro?
There's not here.
Man, let's get it.
What is
There's
that?
not here, Chef Curry with the
Get
pot.
last to 1K, you motherfuckers.
Hey, don't worry about me cooking, man. I gotta, my lady, she been at work all day. She about to come back home and have a meal cooked,
That should look good.
Do that thing too.
There's a make me play, man.
I see.
He being
All right,
this
dog.
Boy,
Take it
you
easy,
funny,
fam.
boy.
Peace.
shit, nigga.
Yes. But it's why it seems like when I come here, everybody want to leave. Nah, man, the party don't start. The sauce guy get here.
You brought cancer, nigga. You brought cancer. That's why.
Bruh, the juice
I
is
ain't bringing
temporary.
nothing but dirty rice and biscuits, nigga.
Whole cake's trash. Whole cake's trash.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
whole
the,
cake
no,
is trash.
no, that's
No,
no, okay.
I'm
No,
not saying that.
been
I'm not
trash.
saying that. That's what Durson said.
I've been saying this shit I've been saying this shit since 2017. Goddamn, Whole Cake Island is the worst arc of this entire fucking story. And I don't care what nobody says. Facts. Matter of fact, when this arc is over with, y'all be on the lookout for my Why Whole Cake Island is Trash video. Watch.
Hey, everybody got their own opinions, man.
I know it. Everybody. That's why whenever somebody says not trash, I don't sit here and try to convince them that it's not.
Coming up next is Why Sauce God is Wrong video.
Hey, and I will go to no video and put a thumbs up, my nigga. I will put a thumbs up on that video. Go ahead.
If you can prove them wrong, I'll give a thumbs up too.
Then Durson be like,
oh shit.
You know, everybody's on the face cam.
Here's quietly here to suck Luffy off again. Go ahead, suck him off. Go ahead, suck him off quietly.
Jordan, you're a super fucking hater. The last shit you was just saying, bro. You
Go ahead, bro.
Hater, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, suck him off.
Hater. What's the last? What's the last shit you just was talking about? You just said that shit was straight bullshit, bro.
I don't remember right now, bro. I don't remember.
Come on. Oh yeah, about him not getting hit, Brad. He got hit. He got hit with the shits. That's why he fell. That's why he falls through the hole. He didn't fall through because he ran out of gear 4. Because then he would like deflated anywhere. He deflated literally down.
I don't see him getting hit. I just see this shot away from Dice Mochi.
That's what that big all that big ass like the debris and shit. Katakuri hit his ass because even on that big ass panel, you can actually see the King Cobra hitting Katakuri. Like you can see that shit.
Yeah. Luffy got his hit off. Katakuri did.
They both got their hits off.
Hey, but all I'm saying is, man, that panel was drawn very weirdly. So it's up for interpretation, like it really is. Like no,
some niggas were saying
neither of their attacks
got hit.
Like we didn't see neither of their attacks like hit their bodies, so like it's up for interpretation until the anime comes.
Right, and that's straight.
Like, straight up.
That's right.
Like I said, if Luffy got hit, he would have been stuck. That's how Mochi works, right?
Nah, not all the time. Not all the time.
And here we go. So that's what I'm saying.
Only when it's convenient.
Only convenience. Right, only when it's convenient. Right, only when it's convenient. Like Mochi's only when it's convenient, because that's how I say this. Whatever.
No, he literally does it when it's convenient for him. It was no point.
I agree with that, Jordan. Even though you're a pessimist, I agree with that.
Yeah, it was no point in sticking Luffy because he just tried to smash him into the ground.
I mean, we saw Katakuri.
The first time we saw him do it, it was a reason because he wanted to spin his ass around, throw him up in the air, and then slam him down. So that's why he had to. That's why he had to make himself sticky.
We see Katakuri. We see Katakuri literally make the freaking floor of Mochi, stick Luffy to the ground, and whoop his ass. And we wanted to, but he only does it one time. He can't do it twice.
Some people are really killing me with this shit. Y'all niggas act like Katakuri has not been fighting for like 15 hours straight. Y'all think this nigga's supposed to do the same moves that he was doing in the beginning now.
Because they're effective. Because they're effective. That's why.
Extremely effective. It's too effective for him to do it more than once.
No. Because that man was still swinging that damn spear like 10 hours in, 9 hours in.
Exactly. Wing, the spear wasn't effective.
Yeah, it was ineffective.
Yeah, it's me. He should have been doing that Dice Mochi shit from the beginning.
But no,
what
I was gonna say,
to me, Fearless Donuts is way over the Dice Mochi.
Yes, it is. That's true. That's very true.
I mean, I think it's a more versatile attack versus like just one big ass punch. Just Dice Mochi.
Alright, say what you was for to say, Sage.
Sorry, I've gone back and read this fight, and like there is only one named move for
Katakuri.
the spear. Yeah, there's only one named spear attack, which is Mochi Thrust. That's it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, the more I'm looking back on this, the more I feel like he as a character, maybe not an antagonist, but as a character might come back. Because like, I don't think we've seen everything yet. Like, I think we've seen all of his resolve break down, and I think we've seen everything we're gonna see against Luffy.
So
But
you don't believe he went all out?
huh?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean we haven't seen everything? Like, you don't believe he went all out?
Well, I don't think he's done every attack that he has. I don't think he's gone all out yet because.
Bro, somebody bring it. Oh,
Durson, we can hear the wind through you.
Durson, what are you doing?
He's running marathon, bro.
I'm outside smoking my black, man.
hey, yo, man. All my
Want me
brothers out
mute?
there, man. Put
I'll
that
mute.
mile down, man.
Yeah,
Put down that black and mild. Pick up a
Mute
blunt.
yourself for the time being.
Save your lungs.
Nigga,
Hey,
man,
hey,
look,
somebody
bro,
tell me why the
bro.
fuck Monkey D. King was smoking a blunt on stream last thing? like I was like, oh,
I guess this is a Virgo tradition.
At least I asked before I fired up.
The niggas out here, Virgo. The
they would
niggas
have
out.
shut my shit down.
Hey, at least I asked you about the black and mild, you know.
Yo, all of Virgo should be getting
That's what I think about One Piece.
Yeah, but
yeah,
man, this whole fight was garbage, man. For the people that said this was gonna rival the Rob Lucci fight, they are retarded.
I'll still stand by that.
Nah, the last chapter was crazy though.
Like I say, I just know that I'm not converted. I'm not going to go against my Lord in Christ, Luffy. I'm now on the board. I'm followed by Lord in Christ.
Whoa,
Nah,
that's
you know what's funny, Jordan? Jordan, the thing is, Luffy will win, but the way you say it, it just makes it sound like so fucked up that it's like, no, you make it sound the connotation like there's no point in even reading the story because Luffy's just gonna win anyway. Nigga, it's not like that.
Okay.
Nigga,
It's
come
not
on,
like
dog.
that. It's like,
Come on.
it's like
I
we
feel like
know
it's always
it's
been like
inevitable
that,
that Luffy's gonna win. We're watching him and how he becomes pirate.
No, it's because we're gonna see Luffy fight some cool character that's strong and OP, but then he's gonna
Well,
fight
good
him.
thing One Piece has more than just fights and it's about the world building. We still got the boys Senju. We still got a lot of shit to see. So, you know.
Look, I think the problem came with like people overestimating Katakuri from the jump. But the thing is, we've seen this man, like he came into the mirror, like when Luffy,
I agree.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. This nigga, his whole intention was to take Luffy out, right? But he been fighting Luffy for 10 hours, so that led me to believe that he ain't got what it takes to take Luffy out.
That's
and the
exactly
only
what I
problem
was
was that
saying.
Luffy didn't hit him. So I'm trying to figure out why are people upset at the way it ended when it ended perfectly how it set it out to end.
I mean, there's many points where Katakuri could have finished Luffy, but he chose. Like it seemed like he.
I mean, that's my thing. Did Dofi have what it takes? Did Dofi have what it takes to beat Luffy? Obviously not.
Yes, he did.
Why did he do it?
I would say Dofi did because once he survived Bound Man, Luffy had to have people carry him away, or he was gonna be dead on the spot.
We forget.
Luffy can use your
Doflamingo definitely did.
No, Thurston, we forget Luffy would not get forth against Katakuri and at Brule. So again, Luffy might get forth with Katakuri.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, you got a point there, my dog.
But hold on, I just want everybody to notice this. Y'all notice that the people on Big Mom crew, like Cracker and Katakuri, they had insane, stupid, dumb, like hardening hockey, right? That's why them boys don't get hit. That's why their durability is trash. I don't see what's so wrong about it.
I don't say their durability is trash. It's just decent. It's just
Nah, you're right. Their endurance is trash because they're not used to getting hit a lot. That's what makes Luffy the winner. If Luffy's getting his ass whipped for 10 hours and he's still not going down, that's why at the end I knew that this was gonna happen because Katakuri said, "I'm gonna end it with this." He already hit Luffy with 2 dice mochis already.
This is my thing. Luffy. This is my thing. I think Luffy technically died twice. Luffy died when he had the motion wrapped around him. He could have died if Katakuri was serious, or he died when he ran out of Gear 4. He lost twice, but y'all forget that.
I mean, no.
Y'all forget that.
He got out of Gear 4. He was fast enough to fucking retreat.
But all
Okay,
right,
okay. See, yeah. Now he has the speed of run now. I think at Gear 4. You're right again. Y'all right again. You're right. Kelly Curry
okay.
couldn't do
So
anything
no,
about that.
okay. Since you want to say those exact things, Luffy was supposed to get murdered by. All right, tell me why when Luffy went, soon as he noticed after he kicked this man, he noticed he was flustered. Why the hell this man just went Kong gun, Rhino Schneider, and just whip out a King Kong gun that was stronger than all them attacks and
All it
just
did was
knock
push
the
him.
man out right there?
He knocked
Bro,
him
yo,
out. He
if
just
he
pushed
used
him back.
King Kong gun, he would have missed, bro.
He would have
Yeah,
been.
he
That's
would
the
have
How?
missed the
thing.
King
He
Kong
he
gun.
just
Straight
That's
up.
killed
my
this
thing.
category
That's
and
my
King
thing.
Kong
No,
gun is
King
This
Kong
quick.
gun
nigga
is not
Katakuri
fast.
Kyrie and
Oh, King Kong
whatnot.
gun
They
is
fought,
fast.
bro.
It's not fast. Dofi
Yes, it
literally,
is.
again, no, it's not. He did no. You got to charge it up. Dofi literally went into it. It's not fast at all. It's just.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know about the
Luffy.
King Kong gun,
No,
but
Katakuri
but
is
I
no,
just feel like
parrying and moving out the way of that attack. Like,
yeah,
bruh,
Katakuri's getting that.
Luffy.
Katakuri's definitely dodging King Kong gun if nothing's holding him back.
That's,
But the thing
that's
with
something.
Luffy is, this is the thing. Like this is the same reason why people saying why did he wait so late to use Snake Man? I think it makes sense. It's like in that first altercation, Luffy already used Gear 4 once. He saw that this Gear 4 bound man is not working. He leaves. He
What?
comes back. He comes
yes,
back,
it was
right?
not working
Yes.
Wingstop.
So once he comes
I
back,
heard you go.
I'm gonna fight. He fought Katakuri for as long as he could, and then when the fight was getting towards the end, now I'm gonna use Snake Man because after I use this, I'm gonna be finished. Like, why would you use your most powerful shit soon as this shit starts? You already know it might not work. There's no
Yeah,
point
Yeah,
in doing that
you're
shit.
right. So you know what? I'm gonna choose to get my ass whooped. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this
Yes,
ass beat.
it's
Like
not.
I
It's
yeah,
not
but
thought.
really
he did
ass
that on
whooping. It's like
purpose.
I'm
He
gonna
even
survive.
said he
I'm
was
gonna try to
gonna do
survive.
that.
Yeah, it's
No,
like I'm
Luffy
gonna try to
even stated
survive.
he was finna do that though. I don't
no,
see why
no, he,
nobody picked
no.
up
He
on
no,
it.
no. He said he's a fighter. No, his goal was to see into the future and fight
Yes.
Katakuri.
That
That was
wasn't
his
his
Okay.
goal.
goal.
All
That
right,
wasn't his
but
goal. He said, "I wonder
all
if I
right,
could." His goal was not.
all
His
right.
goal was to beat him, not really to see in
Okay,
the future.
okay. When Luffy said, "I want to beat him," all whatever berries, all that other stuff.
One
Man said, "I
billion.
want to see into the
Oh, he's
future."
all whatever berries.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This man said, "I want to see into the future." Then all of a sudden, Luffy was like, "All right," went back, boom. All right, I'm finna fight in base form. I'm finna get my thing all the way up. I ain't going goddamn get 4 because I want this to be the most dire type of situation when so my hockey can bloom even that much more.
I don't think it was
All
that
of
either.
all of a
I don't
sudden,
know about
this
all that.
man just said,
Yeah,
"All
yeah, yeah.
right,
Your
boom."
interpretation is slightly different from mine. So
I don't know about
I'm
all
not
that,
saying he
man.
deliberately got his ass whooped purposely because I don't think like he was trying. He was like, I wonder if I could do it too. But like he wasn't specific really trying to unlock the future side. He was
Yeah,
just he was like, I
I
wonder if
think
I could do it too.
I think it's a stretch to say that he got his ass whooped on purpose.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
was more along the lines of he was fighting Katakuri, realized he was strong. He was like, hold up, this nigga can see the future. That's something that Rayleigh said. Blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah. But I'm still about to fight this nigga, and if the shit just so happened to happen, I think it was very convenient that he had that flashback, and in the same moment he bloomed his hockey. I just think it was very convenient, but like for the readers, Oda had to put that in there to make it understand because if his hockey just popped out of nowhere without us having any like flashback between Rayleigh,
context
like
on
that
it.
shit would be even more trash, like straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if we only got Luffy seeing the future, like glimpses here and there, like it wasn't like it was like overwhelming. Like Luffy was on the same exact level with the future side, because then
But
that
the
would have
thing
made
is
this
that
nigga
the
Luffy
thing
just
is
way
that
too
right,
OP.
we have to assume that shit. You know, like why do we have to assume everything? Like why does he make the readers trying to make assumptions and
No,
that's
because we're smart. We know the story because so we're smart. We can just all assume. And you see now we all have like 5 different opinions of what happened.
Yeah, I'm a smart nigga, and I'll share my smartness with other niggas. So,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what he said.
so
Steve-O,
Right.
Steve-O,
Right.
Steve-O, my hot top killing yours, fam.
yo, you like a oh, not never mind. That's a spoiler.
Wow.
That's a
Look
My
spoiler.
hot
like
top
I
killing
was
yours,
about to spoil.
Steve-O.
I was about to spoil.
I'm finna say yeah, you look like somebody, but never mind. Let me stop.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
look like kid in play.
This nigga talking 100x100.
Fresh.
Anyway,
yeah. You already know. You already know.
you look like the motherfucker. What's them troll dolls used to have them like long ass hair?
Lumi.
Hey, but hey,
No,
Virgo, you
nigga.
better start talking.
Yeah, he looked like him when he got mad at Hisoka. Remember how he got mad at Hisoka on
Oh,
top of the
yeah,
mountain?
yeah.
His head
His
was
hair
standing
did
up.
start flowing up like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he looked.
But you know, honestly, like
Back to one.
who?
Back to one.
So who actually really truly likes the execution of how Katakuri went down?
I do.
Of course, we. I mean,
I
we.
didn't,
I do.
I didn't like shit about this fight at all.
I don't like his
Yeah,
personality.
you and everybody
He
in this
wanted to
Google
show
Hangouts
up
just said no.
Luffy every minute. Oh, you can do this. I can do it better. Nah, just from the Oda has to show us a good fight. But truly talking,
Arcus,
Katakuri should have given a
do
beatdown from the
anything
get-go. Dice
better.
Mochi, Flame Mochi, whatnot.
Arc is okay. Trash is the worst garbage I've seen in a long time. Arc is okay though.
It's definitely like
Has to be
it's
progression.
crazy because like it's like I've been saying since the beginning that Luffy was strong. This man just had to hit him. Like I pretty much broke down how this fight would end, but I can't enjoy it because it's trash.
Stop lying.
It's like, man, I wrote an essay on everything wrong with Whole Cake and BDA.
But you know what though?
Y'all
Actually,
look at
you're right. You know, I forget though. The
Let me
action
see
was
that
good.
shit,
It
bro.
was good. It was a good fight. It was a great
Send that
fight.
shit to me.
It was a great fight. The fight was good. You know, the action was good, but you know, the writing was just garbage.
I mean, the action is good, but when you put it in the context of everything, it's fucking lame.
No, because everybody likes fight. That's why we love Dragon Ball Super because it has great fights. That makes
But here's
sense.
the
But it has
thing.
great
But here's
fights.
the thing about Dragon Ball Super. That is what you watch that for. Now, One Piece is like a very story driven thing. Dragon Ball Super is not. Dragon Ball Super is about nigga. I'm about to swing my planet level dick around, and you go swing your planet level dick around, and we gonna fucking show these hands. Like that's what Dragon Ball Super is about. Like I'm a big fan of Super, but like I know for a fact that like when it comes to story progression and consistency, that shit is hot garbage.
I can't tell.
Top quality garbage.
You're right. I can't tell One Piece because One Piece everybody care about is just Luffy winning the fights. You don't care about how he wins the fight. Just win the fight. That's all you care about.
Yeah.
Jordan.
That's one thing I've
But
come to realize,
the
bro.
thing is with this fight, the plot.
So it's not true?
Layla, in this fight, the plot demanded that he win. Like if it was just like if it wasn't in that situation, like say for instance, Luffy was just fighting Katakuri outside the mirror world, able to access his crew and all that shit, he probably would have lost. But the fact that he's in this mirror world, and the only way to get out of here and continue the story is if he beat this man and take Brule and get out. Like so, that already should have told you right there, Luffy was gonna win off top.
So pretty much automatically, Luffy has to win. Because I'm saying, why could he have won? Why could he have lost? Why could he have lost? Like, why couldn't he have like? Why could he have
Because
lose?
Katakuri would have came out the mirror and killed his crew. That's why.
He would have killed the entire fucking crew.
Yeah.
But he's the same.
And also with Luffy in combat wise, people need to stop. I know this is gonna be hard to do. Everybody does it, but there's no such thing as base Luffy. Gear 4 is not a transformation; it's a technique. And those two are different. This nigga's not going Super Saiyan 3. He's like it's a technique that he uses that makes him stronger.
He's doing is affecting his body.
It's not a transformation. It's not a transformation though. It's a technique. Like that's why he doesn't like because it makes no sense to say not base Luffy against a base Katakuri, because guess what? Katakuri doesn't have anything else but base. Not every fruit allows you a technique that make you quote unquote transform. This nigga's still in base. It's still base. It's just a technique.
Stop it! Like we know what people mean when they say base.
Nah.
No. People like actually makes me like Luffy and Gear 4 is like God, but the best Luffy.
Like he's a whole different nigga. He's not.
Yeah.
He's the same guy.
It's the same guy, but he is much more powerful as whatnot.
No, it's the same guy. He has an additional moveset. He has more
It's
moveset.
not just like a moveset, because within Gear 4 he has movesets. He has a new pistol, he has a new rifle, he has a new
These
are movesets.
That's why I call it a transformation, because it's different
It's a technique.
We count it as a transformation. When people use the terminology base, they're referring to no gears. Like you don't need to start defining terms that people use. We know
Yes, you do. So when Luffy's using gear second, is that a technique or is he transforming? Is that a transformation?
Everyone knows what we mean when we say base Luffy, so you don't need to be. Oh, there's no such
What
thing
I'm
as base
what I'm
Luffy.
saying
We
is
know what we mean,
there is no
like,
such thing though. There is no, but it
don't
makes a
matter.
difference. It does. It does. It matters to me. That's why I'm bringing it up. It matters to me. That's all.
Then you're nitpicking.
Dang over everything. Hey, but did y'all ever figure out how the fuck Peckham got in the mirror world?
Nope.
Yeah, he say beat up and brought him.
He has Brule.
Oh, she probably saw him like, oh, Peckham.
Hold on. You said he has Brule, but wasn't Brule already in the mirror world?
That's what we thought. That's what we thought. Tied up.
In the mirror world is with
No,
Brule.
this is what I'm saying. Brule probably saw in a mirror and saw Peckham's and like, oh, Peckham's, come help us out. And Peckham.
But how did he get in there in the first place?
No. Yo, we don't even know if Brule was still in the mirror world, still tied up. Like once Luffy came back, we don't know what he did with her. We don't know what he did with her.
What's the thing? The way she is the way Luffy had her. Like if you look how she's tied up, the way Luffy had her tied up the same exact way. So again, really been tied up the entire time. We're trying to figure out how
Oh.
Peckham's got to her to begin with. That's my only thing.
Exactly.
Probably same time Flampe and all them people got in. Like.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just watching
hey,
all Sauce God's like entire a day unfold. This man was cooking. He went for a joint. He lay down on the floor. Now he's eating.
Hey man,
the whole vlog, bro.
hey, I'm not nothing special, man. I'm a regular ass nigga, man.
hey, day in life, hey, day in life, man.
Day in life with Sauce God.
It's a biscuit.
One more time.
With that goddamn honey butter on my nigga.
It's a bigger guy biscuit. Got some rice.
Oh,
Man here.
You know, I need a bottle of water. You know, I do a little something healthy. Even though I smoke black and mouth, but no, it is what it is.
Bro, gotta quit.
Wow, somebody said he didn't know Sage was a girl.
Oh, yeah, I'm just like, oh boy.
Sage is a very beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks, guys.
Confirm.
Sage did.
Confirm.
Sage, hey, look. Sage is the reason that Virgo getting so many subscribers.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey, I say I'm going to use it as clickbait.
Night night.
Sage is the clickbait.
Yeah, we were saying that we needed to just take the bottom 30% of the cam and use that as the
Toddy
thumbnail.
said that. Toddy said that. All right, just take the bottom 30% of your camera and just put it right there.
Put it right there. Yeah, that's a good marketing strategy, Virgo. I see you, bro. I know you set this shit.
Hey, man, I took a marketing class.
So
Dude, someone just said this nigga so high.
People think I'm being a pessimist because I don't like the execution of how Katakuri went down, but he sent Luffy through the fucking floor, and then he's standing, and then they get up 8 minutes later, and then he's standing over him, and then he fucking asked him, "Are you gonna come back and take down the livelihood of this fucking group? Are you gonna
Well,
come back
see
and
you later."
Yeah.
Man say, "Well, I see you later." We come back. I'll see you later. Fuck out of here, man.
Are you gonna come back and take down Big Mom? Yes. All right. Now I'm gonna fucking pass out. What?
It was kind of like it was kind of like he needed that, like something like that was on his mind, and he needed to get that out, like out of his head. Like he had that one question, because like the way I proceeded, right? Like I don't know if everyone and anyone else got this vibe. I doubt it though. But this whole time, it felt like Katakuri saw Luffy within himself. It's almost like every single thing, like it was repeated, mentioned over and over again. That every single thing Katakuri could do, Luffy could do just as, or not just as well. Katakuri could do better, but he was basically able to do everything that Luffy was doing, and essentially, it's almost like he saw himself within Luffy, and then that's why he asked those questions, like, oh, he's looking so far into the future as he falls over. It's like this man is stuck in his own world, right? Like he's stuck in this and that one of the reasons why he knocked out Flampe or everybody else, because like he was stuck in this area of just living with his shitty ass family, I feel like, and then this was his moment to finally get something more, and he finally saw something in Luffy, and then I think really even mentions it's like it's based on their personality on how you're gonna progress your observation hockey, and obviously again Luffy saw something in Katakuri.
I can see that. Still trash, but yeah.
I mean, I understand it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just the execution. I don't know. It just really irks me. And then afterward, he laid and I guess he respects him, and he laid the hat on him afterward. And
it just happened. Everything happened so fast with Katakuri like going down, bro. Kind of like this.
I want you to prepare yourself because Soap is going to join very shortly. So I want you to prepare your ears for the yelling that's about to do.
I'm ready.
Who's gonna?
Hey, but we'll say this. There is some good though. There's some good.
No, there is some good. Like the
good is
the story progression was cool.
Yeah, the good is that the fight is over with. So that means that we're coming close to the end of this trash ass arc. Fuck.
I don't think it's trash. I'm sorry. Like,
I fucking hate this arc.
I know you do.
I've never felt this way about One Piece a day in my life.
Wait, Sasuke, when did you? When did you catch up to One Piece, Sasuke?
When did I catch up?
Yeah,
I caught up to One Piece around Marineford.
Damn,
you've been reading for a
thank the
minute.
fucking Lord, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Look at this old Curious George looking
Oh,
motherfucker.
what's up, Derson? How you doing,
I
my
told
nigga?
y'all that
What's
nigga was
good, bro?
first gonna be yelling.
What's good, bro?
I told you he was about to come in yelling.
You know
I
it,
ain't
fam.
never seen no nigga flip his hair as much as Derson, bro. Every time the
Hey
nigga walk,
man,
all I see
if you
is
got it, if you got it, you got it, my nigga.
You got to. You got to. You got to do it. It's a
Just like
nah,
law.
it
no.
is, my
Hey,
nigga.
nah,
It's
my
an
man make it look
ironclad law.
Nah, my bro make it look type gangster. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never seen no nigga bob his head like that and still make this shit look thugger, bro. This shit
Right.
wild.
My nigga.
He's stupid.
Hey yo,
Hey, what's
Virgo, I'm about to
up,
go commit some crimes. I'll be shit. I'll hit you.
What the
All right. Be good.
Crime.
Be good at it.
Commit some crimes.
All right, I guess all I can say is don't get caught.
All right, dude.
Said that
Don't get caught. It's only one rule.
Yeah, I mean, if you talking about just
Don't
getting
look
some bud,
back.
he be good. He just
Nah,
going to get some drugs. It's all right.
Wow. Hey. So this is for you. Toddy said,
Yes, sir.
"Why is Soap using the camera on his Nokia 2600 for the stream?"
I know this nigga Toddy not talking. Nigga don't even got a computer, nigga. When you got a computer, you talk to me, bro. Talking to me about my technology, bro.
Bro, why they go?
Come on, man.
Chat. Why y'all going in on Soap every time he come on stream?
Cause they
Look
my
out, he's
fans,
fun.
low key, bro. It's
He's
all
so
right.
antagonistic. That's
You
why.
know what I'm saying? Like they see a nigga that's just melts the anointing off of himself. Like they want to hate. They want a little taste of it, bro.
Bro, a
Telling you.
nigga said Soap looking like a boogie with a hoodie retarded cousin.
Hey, boogie with the hoodie retarded cousin.
Wow, this
That's
shit
all
is
right, bro.
Ultimately timeless.
Yo,
I love the hate. That make me more.
yo,
respect.
Hansi is like the Mineta of the One Piece community.
Oh
If you
no.
ever read my
Soap look like
hero,
a shadow, bro. Y'all petty.
Oh
I know, right?
shit.
But you want a nigga to put a spotlight on him
Stop.
every time I thought on
I ain't
top,
gonna
bro.
be no more of these.
Bobby
But,
Schmurder with the tour, bro.
Also, I want to say, I don't know. Somebody just joined and said I'm hard as fuck, and they deleted it. That was weird.
I'm hurt as fuck. Listen.
All right. Anyway, so since you just got here, I want your take on the chapter.
Hey, Virgo, I'm out, fam. I'm about to roll out, fam.
All right, bro. Catch you, bro.
All right, fam.
For me personally,
Peace.
like I'm still indifferent about the way the fight ended. You know, I mean, honestly, like the chapter is trash to me. No matter how I try to rationalize it in my
I'm going
mind.
5 out of 10, but go ahead.
And like I can't the fight, the way it ended just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Sanji playing to some hoe that don't give a fuck about him, talking about stop smoking cigarettes. Like, nah, I'm not fucking with that.
what you mean? But Sanji got his first kiss with that.
Yo, she is in no position to ask this nigga for nothing. Don't plot on me. Don't plot on my family, and then we can have a conversation about me doing you a favor. But until you stop plotting on a nigga, don't ask me for shit. Like I don't even understand why
sweet,
Oda.
bro. That nigga Sanji sweet.
I don't want to do that. Like every sort of little thing that Sanji has done this arc has made him worse in my eyes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it started when he was sitting there crying in the rain in a blouse. You know what I'm saying? Fighting off dogs and shit. And now he's in a blouse. Yeah, bro. I don't know what some frou-frou ass shirt, whatever you want to call it. And then this nigga you want to sit here fucking 20 chapters later and this nigga's all buddy with a bitch that tried to stab him in the back. Like, give me a break, bro.
I mean,
but
that's not like it's trash, right? This is like Sanji's character from the very, very beginning. He never ever disrespects someone.
It was never to this degree, bro.
Hey, look, y'all just gotta remember that Sanji is a fucking simp. We've been telling y'all niggas this.
My son is softer than Charmin, my nigga. This nigga is softer than fucking a roll of bounty, nigga. This shit is wild, bro.
This man brings up toilet paper.
I just bought some bounty too, man. That thing soft. I got the paper towels right here. Yo,
whoa. Next to your computer, nigga. What you doing?
The paper towels
you know what I'm doing in front of the monitor, son. You know what goes down. You know what's happening.
I'm just saying, like there is no reason why this nigga should be so. Damn, how many snacks you got, Derson?
Them.
Oh shit! It's super cool.
Yeah, no, but look, I like, but again, like, there's nothing. It's hard for me to rationalize this chapter, and I'm trying to frame it in a way that
This nigga
maybe,
cool and wing at the same time.
like, maybe I've been
Wow.
underestimating.
Yeah, you know.
Nigga, what
Like,
you mean? You don't even know me, nigga. What? What?
What?
Hey, dude.
As soon
I
as
ain't
y'all
never
niggas
talked
get
to you
together, bro,
before.
it's a
I
tag.
ain't never talked to you.
Mercy, yes you have.
Yeah, you talk to Mercy. What the fuck?
This Mercy, oh, I don't recognize your voice, bro. Like, I'm thinking you somebody else. I'm like, who it is? I'm like, who it is?
We're about to turn up
My
today,
bad,
man.
Mercy. I thought you somebody else. I thought you somebody else. My bad.
It's all good.
Whole bunch of voices.
Hey,
Petty
cool.
ass nigga.
But yeah. I came to say, who laying on the ground with a hat on their face, and who walking around, you know what I'm saying, handling their business. I just want to know. I just want to know the answer to that question.
That's Gerson.
Who's still on?
About to say that shit, bro.
Who's walking on their own 2 feet right now?
This nigga this nigga gave him the Shanks treatment. The nigga said, "Bring me this hat back when you become a fine pirate. Bring me this hat back." Hold this shit.
Better than yours.
Hold this shit.
Bro, he put the hat on his face. I think there's 2 reasons. First of all, the respect. The second was that, cover his mouth, because that's a
Right, but that's my whole thing about this whole fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he went out his way to put his hat on his face. Like, I feel like there's a whole, like, that's a whole point of this fight that we never acknowledge or talk about, and that's why a lot of us feel like
it's a point.
Hey, but I think it's like had to do with Luffy's personality, because Luffy, his whole ideology is like have people have the freedom to do anything they want. And he knew for a fact that Katakuri was hiding that shit. So once he beat his ass, he was like, "Here you go, my nigga. Like, let's keep it pushing."
I think it's because obviously 99% of the crew doesn't probably know what his face looks like, so he's covering it up. Because you know how quickly Flampe switched up when she saw his face.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think the next time we see Katakuri, he wearing that hat?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Hell no.
Oh wow. If he wearing that hat, he's a
Luffy fanboy. He a Luffy fanboy if he wearing that hat. He a fanboy.
If we see him wearing that hat next time we see this nigga.
If he is wearing that hat, like, that's some sorry shit, bro. Like,
that's sorry.
No, that's some sorry shit. Like, that's some sorry shit. It's some
look. Next time we see Katakuri, he gonna have an inner monologue. He'll be like, "Man, that nigga start That's a real nigga."
Katakuri's joining the Barto Club.
Like, just the fact that shit, like, the niggas, like, the shit, like, the niggas on his back, and that's coupled with, "Oh, you coming back to fade my mama?" Like, come on, bro. Like,
the way I read it though, like I kind of read it like differently. Like, I understand it.
Talk about Big Mom, bro. Nigga, don't.
How you read it, Super?
Like, it kind of me trolling, but like I kind of look at it like, you know what I'm saying, like him saying, "Hold on, it's some dogs and shit." Like,
oh wow.
It's the way I see it, like he's kind of saying it like, cause if I was him, I wouldn't fuck with Big Mom either. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can beat me, you might do have a chance to beat Mom. He's like, maybe come and beat Big Mom if you can someday. Cause like, don't none of them fuck with Big Mom. They whole family, like this whole arc proved that they whole family isn't fucking with Big Mom. And his personality changed during this fight, because I understand before the fight started, he was saying, "I need to put him down before he becomes a danger to Big Mom."
100%, and that's my whole point. Cool. Like, I feel like part of my frustration is maybe that I ignored that sort of transformation within Katakuri, which would explain how this fight ended the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when we were so entrenched in the sort of matchup on whether Luffy was even going to get out of this, that we ignored that Katakuri himself has gone through a shit ton of development and transformation himself. However we want to take that, we could take that for what it is. But like, that's a significant part of this fight that we just cannot ignore as a community. And I don't like the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not arguing for this just because I'm in favor of it, but I think it's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true, bro.
It's fucking garbage.
Really?
What would have made it better? Katakuri would have won and carried this nigga on his back and then let him go. That would have been better. That would have been better for y'all.
Cool, this would have made it better.
If they gonna be friendly, like super cool, then yes, that would have
Cool,
been.
this would have
been better
made it better
for sure.
If Katakuri said, "Oh, you looking real far into the future," fuck you, and then he fell.
I mean, I was gonna ask y'all about that, like that whole future shit. Like y'all think
that's fine though, bro.
like are y'all taking that future shit literally? Like he
No.
definitely
I ain't
could see
taking it
that.
literally. Like in the manga stream version, he says you really can see in the future. I think that's a better quote than what the Jimenez about translation said. He just said
I
you really
think
can see in the future, and he fell out.
I think he
That
was just
sounds
trying to
better.
sound cool.
Yo, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he is
I'm gonna
cool.
look for the official translation on Monday to see that panel.
All right, bro, because that shit sound cringy as fuck. Like,
Cause like if he said you really can see into the future, he knocked out. Then Luffy was like, okay,
Yo,
that nigga respect me. I'm finna put the hat on his face.
I can't
That's fine
count
to
how
me.
many times where a sentence is interpreted very differently from the fan translations, whereas the official translation is so much more clear. Like there was a moment I could go back to when Brooke was fighting Big Mom, and the way it was said in J Minis or manga stream or whatever the website it was, it seemed like Pudding was concerned for Brooke. But when you look at the official translation, it was like she could not give two shits about Brooke.
Nigga, I don't want to hear nobody bring up fuck ass Pudding to me no more. Like I'm not. I ain't got no respect for that hoe, dog. Like,
Hey, but hey, Virgo, I'm about to
Put
be
it
out,
still
fam.
up. Put it still better than
My
Rebecca.
phone on 3%, man. I'm out, fam. Y'all take it easy. Appreciate it.
Hey man, I see you.
Put it
Long.
still way better than Rebecca. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's better than Rebecca, but like, I don't.
She ain't the
Like,
worst character in One Piece. That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't like Pudding just because of Sanji. You know what I'm saying? Like Sanji just makes Pudding's existence just fucking awful for me. Because Sanji is a sorry sack of shit around Pudding.
Bro, bro, the thing is like her personality. I think the whole theme of Pudding was like, yo, she's broken by her family, but at the same time, she's feeling some type of way for Sanji, so her personality is so fucked up by her
but
family.
don't ask me. Don't ask this nigga for no favors. Period. Point blank.
Let me say this real quick, because I kind of feel like they're kind of like parallels of each other in like certain aspects. I feel like both of them like came from like broken homes and shit, and for this wedding, both of them got propelled. You know what I'm saying, and respected in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying, like Pudding, they hated Pudding when she was a little kid, and Pudding like went a different way. Sanji, you know what I'm saying, he was bitch made, he was different. You know what I'm saying, when he was a little kid, he was lucky to be able to get it out, and you know what I'm saying, do everything he wanted to do. Pudding had to transform her character, you know what I'm saying, change and become like sadistic. She wasn't grown sadistic like that, you know what I'm saying? And then when they finally met and shit, you know what I'm saying, Sanji did change her character for the better after meeting her. Like I understand, you know what I'm saying, you hate it. I don't like this shit either. But I think they got certain similarities in different aspects, in certain aspects.
I mean, I'm not gonna ignore the parallelism like between those two scenes, but with Sanji, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Like this.
And I do like the relationship they got to each other. She's like the only girl that got hard eyes for Sanji and shit. I like that part.
Like her gag is funny as shit.
Yeah, her gag is fun. I don't like her character. I just like that shit.
The fact that Sanji's even.
I'm about to
Peace out, Mercy.
All right, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas
Peace
later.
out, Mercy. But the fact like this. Oh, what are you gonna say, Sage? Go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about Pudding for a second because, like, I see a lot of people don't particularly enjoy her for lots of different reasons, but like, I really love Pudding, and I feel like we're starting to see Sanji grow from her too now. Like, every time he talks to her, he's incredibly comforting, and he's not like that with women normally. Like it's actually been really good to see for somebody like me who is a woman and really dislike pre-time skip Sanji, for instance, because it's irritating. You get that kind of thirsty content every now and again, and it irritates the shit out of you. So seeing like one of the main characters do it is just like, oh really? Like it's a gag, but that stuff does happen. And I mean, for goodness sake, like minutes ago in the chat, it's happening to me. So like,
yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Yo, when somebody told you that they had the will of D, that shit killed me.
Niggas act like they ain't never seen no female before, but I feel what you're saying, Sage. But like the fact, like, to me, it's just like, yo, like Sanji has been done so dirty by this girl, you know what I'm saying? And then for him to like just kind of just throw it off like it was really nothing, you know what I mean?
But that's
and
how it was with Viola too.
Well, Viola was I feel like Viola was a special case though, because like Doflamingo like fucked her and her whole family up. Like Pudding is a part of her family regardless. You know what I'm saying? Don't Flamingo ain't fuck up the whole family?
No, I ain't
Yeah,
saying
he
like
fucked that
that,
shit
but I'm
up.
just saying like she's still ready to
Super
kill
cool.
this
You
nigga.
like check.
But all
Nah,
of a sudden,
she looked into the nigga mind and saw what he was really there for and
But
was about it.
the thing is, bro, is this
I
man
gotta go,
respects Zeph
Virgo.
so much, and Zeph,
Peace
we
out,
saw in
big
the
bro.
flashback,
I
Zeph said,
appreciate
"You
it.
all
ever
right,
hit
see,
a
bro.
woman is the day I kill you." So he, or like, that's the whole thing. Is no matter what, Zeph has instilled into his head that you must respect women. You always have to treat women right, no matter what
And
the woman does.
I have no problem with him not hitting a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Despite what I think he should be doing, I have no problem with hitting a bitch. But if a bitch is treating you dirty like Putin treating you dirty, and she's sitting here asking you for favors, and you sitting here smiling in her fuck ass face, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Like what?
Really?
It's just
Kind of nigga
yes,
forgive him?
really.
Hold on, so let me
I,
ask you this. Hold on, let me ask you this. Since it's Sanji, you got a problem with it, but that was Martin Luther King on that damn paper. Martin Luther King would let that shit go. You wouldn't open your damn mouth with it.
I mean, I'm more of a Malcolm
You
X
went
fan.
there, nigga.
Martin Luther
Oh,
King.
okay,
let me say
cool.
something real quick.
I'm more of a
Really
Malcolm X
great
fan.
MLK.
Let me say something real quick though. Let me say this shit real fast. Like one major reason why I feel like most fans hate pudding is because pudding is supposed to like represent like the female, like the stereotypical female that you can't trust. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of niggas go into that shit like, man, fuck that bitch pudding. She out here lying to my nigga Sanji like she ain't who she said she was and XYZ type shit. So you already got like a bad taste in your mouth in the first half of the arc. Like, no, the nigga Sanji was sitting there crying and shit. You care about
That's what
Sanji,
I'm
you don't care
saying.
about Pudding. So you ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's
like
what I'm
her, you know
saying.
what I'm saying? Go without saying at the beginning. But you know what I'm saying? You can't like she redeemed herself to me at the end of the arc. She did redeem herself.
Oh,
I
is
will
that a
say
face
that.
See,
reveal?
that's to
Yeah.
me like she ain't redeemed herself. Like she was still ready to
Super.
pop off on this nigga.
This nigga
Like
here.
she was
Yo,
ready to pop off.
Somebody
She
said
was ready to
super
pop.
cool is the black Bear Grylls.
this man's
I'm
a
the
No,
black
lumberjack.
what?
I
I'm the
was,
black what?
no, but
The
I was gonna
black
say
Bear
like,
Grylls. Go ahead,
Bro,
Motion.
I find it so amusing to seeing what other people where people are at when they get join this call, bro. And this man's out in the forest.
Exactly, bro. This
Yeah,
nigga
you
is
know,
in the
man.
I was gonna
jungle.
say, yo, I was like, what the nigga doing in the woods for? I know he's
I
smoking. I
love
This
know.
seeing
nigga's in the
people
Yeah, I'm
woods
out here
for.
dog.
smoking.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
super.
lie,
That's kind
face
of sketchy.
reveals. Ooh.
That's kind of sketchy.
Nigga, I
Not sketchy,
I
nigga.
stay like buy some fucking woods and I come out here to smoke weed, nigga. Like let me
Yeah,
be. Bye bye bye, nigga. Let
yeah,
me
y'all
be.
like.
Imagine this man has a camera on, he's walking away, you see a body in the back.
Yo,
Damn, that's
Yo,
fucked up. Logan
damn,
Paul went through.
super.
Yeah, that's some Logan Paul shit. Yeah, you say
Logan,
Damn.
Logan
Logan
Paul.
Paul shit. Hey,
Oh shit.
hey, but let me. But for like, I see what you're saying, cool. But like to me, Puddin has not redeemed herself in any way. Like she, like even up until the wedding when niggas was standing on the cake, she's still ready to pop off. Like that, it took Dafuku sniping the shit out of her, and Sanji feeling some type of way about that for her to see Sanji in a different light. And like that to me, like, and yeah, like she helped him bake this fuck ass cake and all that. But like
This
you
fuck
still was
ass
still
cake.
like you were still plotting on mans. You know what I'm saying? And Sanji to me, like, is way too forgiving when it comes to females. Like
I'm
sometimes, like even like look at how he handled the situation with Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like at some point, like you can smack a bitch. Like she's out to kill you. Just smack the bitch.
No,
You
Want
know
me to
what
no,
I'm
tell?
but
saying?
that
Let me
goes just what the
explain. Let me
hell
explain
Zeph
what I.
did.
Hold on.
What's
Wayne. Let me
up? What's
explain
up?
what I
My
meant when
bad.
I said like she kind of redeemed herself. Like the when she had went to Capone them and she was like, I got to go save them or him and his friends are gonna die. That to me kind of redeems her character because she didn't have to go do that. If she didn't come go get Sanji and go make that cake, like I know it doesn't seem like it because like they keep getting out of Big Mom, but Big Mom would have killed them. Like it doesn't seem like it because them niggas keep making it out of that shit, but like logically speaking, like they were gonna die, like straight up.
Hmm.
All right, hey, my niggas. Hey,
Yeah.
I know I gotta end the shit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be 2 hours, man. But hey, we had some great discussion here. And some
Funny as
funny
always.
discussion, man. I love all you motherfuckers. And like once again, shout out to everybody. Give me 100 subscribers. Somehow I got fucking had 30 people viewing this stream, 20 right now.
Nigga said
It's
the
crazy.
seducing wood.
Oh God.
Cool and the seducer
Y'all
wood.
niggas silly,
Somebody,
bro.
hey,
Y'all niggas
somebody
silly.
started laughing. They said cool like talk about One Piece right after the hunt. Like all types of shit.
Yo, I know. Apparently, so a black man can't be in the forest or some shit like
I
that.
Hey
guess
man,
not.
something gotta be going. Hey man, niggas have seen Black Panther. Niggas know. All right, anyway. I gotta go. I digress. But I gotta get
All
out of
right,
here,
bro.
man. You know what the fuck it is. It was dope having y'all here. Thank you for still
Yeah.
being here. Zypher, Cool, Stage, fucking
Hey.
So Hans, Most y'all don't even know what the fuck call you anymore.
Who knows?
Yo, honestly, the people that have been here in Discord the longest call me Soap. But if you ain't been there for the Soap days, you might as well just call me Most.
Word, just call him
But
King
you
Most.
can, yeah, call me King Most. Virgo, you can call me Soap. It don't matter.
I know, good looks. But all right, man, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. It was a great stream. Deuces.